Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I took a nap, and then when I woke up, I found out the Foodie Booty had gone live, and she's currently on another live. I guess she's doing the end of the month push, where she's trying to push out as much content as possible before the month is over because tomorrow starts a new month, which means anything done today that will count towards the YouTube pay for next month. So she's doing the end of the month push. So what's going on with Foodie? Well, she's doing something that I am not happy with. I'm definitely not happy with. What I say, Foodie? What did I say? You have no business being on the road, especially at night, with your bad health, with your bad vision, because if you have bad vision, it gets worse at night. Chantal decided to do a little munchie run at night, driving by herself, and she went out and she got some fast food. But here's the interesting part. She was raging during her car mukbang, because that's essentially what it was. She went to go get fast food. She ate the fast food in her car. And for some reason, she looked really nervous about eating food in the car. Like she kept acting as if she was doing something illegal, although she wasn't. For some reason, she was just shifty eyed a lot. But she was mad about different people, going off about different people. I would have thought that going out to get fast food would make her happy, but she was far from happy. So she did that, and I want to go over the live and give my thoughts. Before we get into that, though, let's get into the Twitter stuff. So it's time for Twitter Peeps. Yep, as you guys know, I love to scan Twitter and find all the interesting Twitter posts. For those of you that aren't on Twitter, or for those of you that are, and you just want to keep up with all the Chantal news without scanning all of Twitter. So I've gathered up some stuff and I'd like to show it to you. So let me just go ahead and share the screen and you guys can see everything that I've gathered up. So for those of you that are on Twitter, that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. Okay, so this first post is from Queen of WTF, saying still 2 large takeout meals in the span of 6 hours. And I mentioned this also. I said yesterday that now that she's got her license, she's going to put on weight even faster. You know, maybe Chantal not having as much access to food before slowed her down a bit as far as her weight gain and her health problems. But now that she's got a license and she can get in the car and go wherever she wants, and where she usually wants to go is to a place that has food, she's just putting her foot to the gas pedal. She is. This is not going to be good at all for her. But this is her choice, and this is her decision. We don't have anything to do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. But here's a clip courtesy of Queen of WTF.
I know I didn't just have Indian food. What time is it now? 9? I had Indian food, I think at 3 or 2:30.
Chantal, I don't know why you're obsessed with becoming bedbound. I don't know if you're imagining that it's going to be some piece of paradise. If you're imagining that it's going to be like the ultimate free and easy, lazy life where people just come and take care of you and take care of all your needs, but it's not a picnic. I'm sure anybody that's ever been bedbound or is bedbound could tell you that. You are willingly, eagerly, and knowingly giving up your health and your mobility. And for the life of me, I can't understand why. Are you configuring it in your head as trying to trap Salah with you for life? And you think that's the way to go about it? Do you think if you become bedbound, he's going to sit there and take care of you? Because he can't. He is not a medically trained nurse. He doesn't have medical knowledge. He's not trained anything in as far as anything medical or home care. He doesn't know what to do. And quite honestly, even if he was a licensed RN that knew about care, it's a whole different story when it comes to somebody who's super morbidly obese. If you become bedbound, you're going to need at least 3 to 4 nurses to help you with different things, such as helping you sit up or get you out of bed or bathe you. At your current weight, which I feel is close to 600 pounds, if not 600 pounds, it takes more than one person to help someone stand up, to move them around in bed. One person trying to do it, they're going to hurt their own back. They're going to cause themselves injuries. You're going to need more than just one individual. Even a bodybuilder couldn't do it safely. So if this is your way of trying to trap Salah with you, or if the thinking is, oh, if I become bedbound, Kuwait can't get rid of me, I'll have to stay here and they can't kick me out, wrong again. Wrong on that count. Because if they want you out, they will get you out. If they can't fly you home because it's too dangerous for you to fly, they'll put your butt on a boat. Arrangements will be made to get you back to your home country. When it's time to go, it's time to go. No exceptions. So, again, if you're trying to trap Salah with you, you becoming bedbound is a quick way for him to disappear, because he doesn't have the patience to take care of you. He doesn't have the knowledge to take care of you. He's going to get overwhelmed really quick and say, I'm out. And Kuwait, they're not going to put up with you. You are the very reason why they have regulations and laws in place to make sure that their healthcare system does not get abused, because someone like yourself, you're setting yourself up to abuse their system, and they are not going to tolerate that. But here you are in the car. You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want. You could have gone to the beach by yourself and just sat there and thought about things, cleared your head. What is your first thought? Going to get food. And I'm sure this is going to happen a lot. You going out to get food. You know what I think? I think after almost 3 years that Salah has reached his breaking point with you. The constant runs to go get food, the constant errands to go get food. He's tired. He's exhausted. And he just doesn't want to do it anymore. So you, being a stubborn adult toddler that you are, you're like, fine, I'll go get my own food. And you decided to get your license so that when you had a craving, you could satisfy it immediately. All that's going to lead to is you gaining more and more weight, faster and faster. Girl, you're flirting with a heart attack or a stroke. And let me tell you, even if you're lucky to have a partial stroke, understand the damage that can do to you, permanent damage. Like maybe one side of your body losing sensation, your memory getting messed up, maybe unable to talk. A stroke is nothing to play around with, but neither is a heart attack. But you seem intent on that happening. I don't know why, but you are. Like you are determined to have that food. Girl, you should be locked up. You need to be locked up. I'm not even joking. You need to be locked up. You're a danger to yourself and you're a danger to other people. Someone like yourself that you're getting on the road with bad vision, where you could potentially cause an accident or get into an accident, you're a danger to other people. You are literally a danger to other people when you do that. You don't even have prescription glasses on. You shouldn't be putting yourself in a situation where you're going to get hurt and you're going to hurt other people potentially. Stay off the road. You're giving Salah a paycheck. Make him earn it. Make him go get your food. It'd be safer for you. It'd be safer for other people on the road. Make him earn his money. Because putting somebody at risk for a doggone sandwich? No. Because if you get into an accident with somebody and somebody gets injured or unalived, you will not be able to laugh your way out of it. You won't be able to lie your way out of it. The law is the law. Do you understand? The law is the law. So don't do this again. Don't. For the sake of other people on the road, if you don't care about yourself, care about other people, stay off the road, Chantal. Seriously, just do it. Anyway, moving on. Fondue Pondu says, just because you are delusional and lie to yourself doesn't mean you will gaslight us. This was Julia yesterday after you had her look at an incision repaired due to neglect. For you, you are an animal blanker. So I guess she made another community post. She did, saying Julia's incision looks almost completely healed and she is back to eating normally and beasing normally. She has full energy regained. So looks like everyone was wrong again when they flapped their gums about her suffering and making a horrible recovery and blah, blah, blah. You don't like me? Fine. I don't care. But don't make crap up. Thanks. Have a nice day. Chantal, I want to bring something up, but it does matter. Remember a long time ago when you had your hysterectomy? That was a really intense operation, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Of course it was. And it took a while for you to heal, right? Yeah. So what makes you think that a cat getting spayed is any different? Her wound isn't completely healed. Maybe the skin might be healed up a bit, but what about what's going on inside? Because they're not just cutting the skin, they're taking stuff out. So just because everything looks okay on the outside doesn't mean everything's fully healed on the inside. And that's why they tell you the cone has to stay on and to limit the cat's movements, that they're not jumping on something or jumping up to something, because that can cause issues. So no, she's not completely healed. It's not even been a week. Stop trying to act like you know more than the vets do. You don't. The vet told you the first time, keep the coat on Julia so she doesn't chew at the stitches. You didn't learn. She did chew out the stitches. You and Salah had to take Julia back to get restitched. And by the way, those restitches doesn't even look right. But anyway, because of your neglect, because of your stupidity, you had to take her back to the vet. If you had just listened to what people told you, there would have only been the one visit. But because you were stupid, there were two. I'm going to pray for Julia. I really am, because that poor baby, she lost the pet lottery when she ran into Chantal. The cat distribution system needs to take her back. She doesn't need to be with Chantal. Truth Seeker says, who is buying that beaser spray they're claiming has been sold out and can't keep in stock? Stock? Exactly. Question mark? Let's watch the clip.
We have too many orders today.
Oh my gosh, what's this?
We are making the new beaser again. The beaser spray.
Really?
Yes. The demands on it from the markets. Oh my God.
Salah, nobody knows what the beaser spray is. This is where you and Chantal failed at marketing 101. She's a YouTuber. And so anybody connected to her channel or reacting to her channel, they know what a beaser is. Anybody off of YouTube has no idea. what a beaser is. So you guys were trying to brand something using a word that nobody was familiar with and means nothing to no one except Chantal. Then when you guys put the beaser spray on the website, oops, I guess we forgot that we're over in the Middle East and things have to go through customs and the product we're selling doesn't have an ingredients list. And because it's liquid, they're going to look at it and there's going to be taxes. You guys didn't think of these things. You didn't plan these things and you didn't sell anything. So did you talk to Chantal off camera and she told you to act as if the beaser spray had sold when nobody's really buying it? Because we all know, we all understand that the beaser spray is just really cheap off-brand Febreze. Nobody knows what's in it. There might be chemicals in it that might be allergic to the skin. It's not even meant for the skin. It's basically something you put on fabric. So why would anybody buy cheap off-brand Febreze with no list of ingredients when they can pick up a bottle of Febreze and they know exactly what's in it? Huh? I mean, make it make sense. All right. Queen of WTF says car mukbangs are back. Yes, here's some screenshots. This is Chantal. She's sitting in the car eating her food. I'm sure Salah is thrilled about that because the Kia was a mess. She was eating, she was drinking, she was spilling things in the Kia. And now the Temu Mobile is about to get the same treatment. I'm sure he's thrilled about the idea of her riding around the Temu Mobile and making it a mess. I hope you like cleaning it up, Salah. And I really hope that that car is not a rental, which it probably is, because if it's a rental and it gets ruined, guess who's paying for the damages? And I hope the car isn't in your name, Salah. Yeah, you might want to consider that, sir. Which would be better? You running to get her food? Or later on the Temu Mobile is ruined. And if it's in your name, you're going to be the one that to pay for the damages, which could be quite expensive. Yeah, think about that. So, Two-Tail Caperer says Foodie Beauty paid for her Canadian driver's permit so she can rage in the car and be as loud and vile as she wants. The food trips are just a bonus. They must have had some noise complaints from the other tenants. I don't know about the noise complaints. I'm sure they've had some noise complaints at the apartment because she's up at ungodly hours, screeching and laughing and playing music, and Salah playing his stupid keyboard as loud as he could possibly play it. I'm sure the other neighbors are not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. But as someone that I watched Chantal for a long time, I remember all the way back, she used to love getting in her car late at night. We're talking 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and drive around to all the fast food restaurants with the live stream going. This was back when Karate Joe was her mod, and I guess she was still with BB. But she would get up at ungodly hours and go out to all the fast food restaurants, going from place to place to place, with Karate Joe encouraging her at every single turn, saying fat is beautiful and go ahead and eat more food and telling her what to order. She loved it. And I noticed something even back then, that she was like a rug addict looking for the rush, like looking to get high. And I noticed even then that she would be all excited, like, oh, I'm about to get high off of this. She would go through a fast food line. She'd get the item and she'd take that first bite, waiting for the dopamine to hit her brain. And when it didn't, she would get mad. She would get real mad. Like, I came all the way here and I got this item expecting to get that feel good feeling, and I'm not feeling good. I feel duped. Like she would really get mad about it. Really get mad. She'd get angry and ragey over it. And Chantal, I guess you haven't figured it out. Like you are a person of extremes. You always have been. You're always chasing the tail of the dragon. You pick something, you like it, it becomes an obsession and then an addiction. And whatever you do, you always do too much. And whatever it is, you drive up your tolerance for it so high that you reach a point where you can't get high off of it anymore. And then you switch to something else. Again, chasing the high feeling. And then you drive up the tolerance to that too. And then you hop to something else. And so you're always trying to play this game of flipping back and forth of one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, just looking for something that'll make you feel good, something that'll numb you out, something that'll get you high. So now you've got the Temu mobile. Now you can drive it. And you couldn't wait to get in that car and go to a fast food restaurant. And in my opinion, you're doing that not because you're hungry. You don't wait long enough to get hungry. You're doing it because you're looking for new ways to get high. You've been eating the same old food over and over. You're looking for new ways to get high. That in the food addict monster in your head, it's saying, I am not satisfied with what you're giving me. I need more. And so you're overindulging. And now you've got the keys to the car and you are going to overindulge. Girl, you better be careful. You're going to have a heart attack. Mo Translate says, dang, she's eating like she hasn't eaten this whole week. Yeah, you know what this is, y'all? I can tell you what this is. Oh, wait, there's Salah. Look at his message. He's like, I told you, don't go out in the weekend. It's wild and crazy, but you don't listen. So apparently he wasn't happy about her being out, but what can he do? Her money is the money that's paying for this car. She's making the payments. She's paying him. How could he tell her no? Same thing when she wants to do her mukbangs. How can he tell her no? He can't control her. He can't control her, y'all. Okay, she will not be controlled that way. She always maintains control of the money for a reason, just so nobody can tell her no to what she wants if what she wants is connected to money. Like you can't tell her no, she's not going to have a sandwich if she's paying the bills. You can't tell her no that she can't go out and get Hardee's or whatever if she's paying the rent. You see what I mean? But as someone that I've dealt with food issues in the past, what's going on right here, it's very similar to when she gets a grocery order, because her groceries aren't groceries. Everything she buys is a munchie food or a trigger food. She just wants to be surrounded by her trigger foods, okay? Because if she's surrounded by her trigger foods, she's triggering herself to eat everything at once. Like the temptation is too much. So she goes from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. This right here is on the same level of that. She's in the car. She's surrounded by all these different places. The possibilities are endless. Let's just go for it. So this is what makes her high. This is what makes her happy. Surrounding herself with abundance, with food abundance, and overindulging in the food abundance. She knows she shouldn't be doing this, but she is, just because she can. It's not about making us angry. It's not about I'm happy because I'm making Salah angry. This is how she feels happiness. This is the only happiness she gets is I get to eat and eat and eat and eat. But now she's got the car. She can go out and hit every place she wants to hit. She can stay out all night long and what's out, and he can't tell her no. She doesn't have to worry about him walking in and giving her the riot act. But let's watch the clip.
I'll try not to get anything in the car, babe. Beauty bite.
Oh, I see what we're doing. You're trying to recreate the vibe of the past. Beauty bite. No, diabetes bite is more like Chantal, you're trying to recreate the past. You can't live in the past. You can't bring back your glory days. They're gone. And I'm not saying that in a hateful way. I'm saying that because it's true. Your best days are behind you. Again, I'm not saying that hatefully. I'm saying that because it's the truth. You had a high point financially, but those days are gone. And you'll never be able to bring them back. You're still trying to hang on to your past by saying things and doing things like you used to do years ago. But it's not going to work. It is not going to work. Because no matter what you do, you cannot repeat your past success. You've been skating on the vapors of your past, but the fumes are quickly running out. Just as your health is quickly running out. You backed yourself into a corner. You found a little bit of success on YouTube, but at the cost of your health. What you thought was a smart business move years ago has turned into a nightmare for you. Because you put yourself in the feedie corner with all the feedies. They pay you to eat. And something that I want to bring to your attention. You're a control freak. Yes, of course you are. You're a control freak. So, control freak, narcissist, let me just put this in your face. Something that may not settle well with you. You're a narcissist. You're a control freak being controlled by other people. How does that make you feel? Have you ever thought of it like that? The feedies control you. They pay you. You eat a bunch of food. You make yourself sick. But you listen to them. A lot of people control you. I do think it's a bit of karmic justice that you as a person, you've lived a life of being a scam artist, being a liar, being a con. You've made it your business to get things out of people. But yet, things have turned around, haven't they? The feedies get what they want out of you. Salah gets what he wants out of you. Even Natter gets what he wants out of you. They all get what they want out of you. And you're the one who pays the price. You're doing all these mukbangs, ruining your health, making yourself sick. I'm sure you live in pain every day of your life. You wake up with it, you go to sleep with it, all to make other people happy, all to make that money. Salah, he gets money. Natter, he gets even more money. And they don't have to work for it. They don't have to go through the pain. They don't have to go through the suffering. Same thing with the feedies. They get what they want out of you, and they're not suffering the bad health. You're the big idiot making yourself sick for all those people. Just something to think about, Chantal. Something to think about. You're feverishly making all these people happy. At the same time, you're making yourself sick. The smart thing to do would be to take inventory of your life and say to yourself, I don't want to make myself sick anymore. It's not worth it, but you'll never have that point of view because you put yourself on that feedy hamster wheel and you don't want to get off. You literally don't want to get off. And by the way, are we going to have another talk about this? I guess we are, because you didn't listen the first time. Ma'am, I don't know what Foodie is paying you to have stuff dripping down your face. Tell that person I'm giving him this message and to quit it. And if he wants you to do that, do it in private. We don't want to see it on YouTube. It's just gross.
I don't have napkins. Classy lady.
So I guess Salah is not happy that she's in the car. I don't know if that's fake outrage or not, because how could she get the keys unless he gave them to her? Or is there two sets of keys? I don't know. Lizzie says, this video proves a few things. Foodie Beauty is the sole money earner in this fake relationship. Oh, I like that, Lizzie. Thank you. That's fantastic. Fake relationship. What a wonderful word. She is eating herself away to earn money. Sadly, that's the only way her videos garner a few extra views. Also, at this point, just eat without talking. You may get more views. Shh, don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Don't give her ideas. She'll actually do it. But yeah. And this is the mukbang that she did earlier, and no, I'm not reacting to that. I don't care what she says. Does anything of review that, but I won't review the whole thing because no, why? Look at this food. It looks horrible. It's all beige. Look, it looks beige. Except for the green stuff on the side, it's all beige. A bunch of beige, bland-looking food. Truth Seeker says she lied about Julia not having a cone to protect her from undoing her stitches, which did happen. You can clearly see in the picture she showed herself that they are, in fact, torn. There are no lies or falsehoods being told unless the things you tell are the lies. Really? Let's watch the clip.
Once you get her fixed, they complain about her stitches. I know. It's just like there's nothing, like there's no end. But I don't understand how people get entertained by falsehoods like that. Like, it's not even true. Like, what are you outraging over? Something that doesn't exist? Like,
They'll never.
Chantal, you're sick and you're twisted. I think you wanted Julia to be in pain since you're in pain. I think it gives you some sick, twisted, evil pleasure to see your own cat in pain. I think you got pleasure out of seeing BBJ in pain. Hence the reason why you never took her to the vet. You witch. You never took her to the vet. That and the fact that you're cheap and you're hyper focused on making sure you have enough money to feed whatever impulse hits you within a minute or two. If an impulse hits you, you want to be able to satisfy it as soon as it comes. So no, there's no false outrage. There are people in girl world, people even out of girl world, that care, that are decent people. They have their humanity. They care about other living things, people and animals, for real. So it's not fake, phony outrage. When you see an animal that whatever operation they had was botched, the stitching was botched, the wound is open, which I'm sure is painful. Again, remember when you had your hysterectomy? I'm sure that hurt. I'm sure it took a while to heal. Can you imagine running around with an open wound? I'm sure that wouldn't feel good. Well, it's the same with a cat, stupid. It's the same with a cat. So keep the cone on her head or give her to somebody that will take care of her properly, all right?
Never give you a credit or admit that they were wrong about it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because
Salah, nobody wants to hear from you. Nobody wants to see you. You're just a useless bag of trash that someone needs to take out to the dumpster and put in the bin. You have no value. You have no worth. I don't think Chantal sees you as valuable anymore. You're just there and you're just in the way to her. Like, she knows how you feel about her. You make it very obvious. I think it's very clear to her now that you're not going to fall in love with her, that you've got your own agenda, that you're just in another area where her money has to go. And trust me, she's cheap. You're just there, dude. You're just there. I don't even think she wants you there. I know that YouTube doesn't want you around. You have nothing intelligent to say. You can just go sit in the corner. Just go find a corner, go sit in it. We don't want to see you. We don't want to hear you play Crazy Frog on the keyboard. Okay, just shh. Say nothing. You have nothing intelligent to say. Say nothing. So we shouldn't be hearing from you ever again. Okay, just stop piping up and stop chiming in and adding your 2 cents, because it's just not making sense, bro. Shut up. Shh. Shut up. Nana Spike T says, could you imagine eating so much food, not because you're hungry, but rather because the food is so cheap? WTF. That is the epitome of gluttony. Eat yourself to blink. Foodie, honestly, I don't care. You're an addict who refuses to get help. So true. She's a food addict. She doesn't want help. She could get help. She should be going to inpatient. She's not. She's monetizing her food issue rather than healing it, because that is her money maker. That is her selling point. She's catering to a certain niche part of the audience, and that's how she's making the cash. That's how she makes the money. There's nothing else that makes her money. That's why she refuses to let go of it. And it's just getting worse, especially now that she's giving money to Salah and Natter. By the way, Chantal, your little companionship thing you got going on with Natter right now, you guys are really obvious. Did you know that? It's really obvious that he's in your corner, because he's over there striking people that are reacting to your videos. Why is that? Why? They're your videos. It's you. It doesn't mean much to him. If he doesn't like you, why is he going after people that are reacting to you? Unless he's on your payroll. Unless you've been over there buying him groceries, which you have been, giving him money, which you have been. That's the reason why you're so sick, Chantal. That's why you don't feel good. You're over there supporting yourself, Salah, and Natter. And Natter gets the bigger share of the money. I know he does. You're giving more money to Natter than you are Salah. Salah gets a smaller amount. You're sending a lot more money to Natter, because let's be real. Natter's the one you really wanted. Salah was the one you settled with. And you're never going to be happy with whatever it is you settle for. You're never going to really be happy with that. You'll take it, but you won't be totally into it. The thing that you were totally into, you'll be more about that. So you're trying to hang on to both men. You want to have your cake and eat it too. And you want the cupcakes down the street and the cake down the street. You want everything. Girl, you can't get everything. You're not supposed to have everything. It's okay to say no to yourself. It's okay to back away from things that you won't. You want it all, and you want it now. And keeping everything around you, that's why you're so tired and sick. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. And yeah, I do think it's wild, Nana Spike T, that she's over in Kuwait. She moved to a place where the food was cheaper so she could have more of it. That's crazy. That's why she needs to be an inpatient, because her mind is too much on food. It's wild. Ash Renee says, doing great, cutie. That food budget isn't going to spend itself. Oh my. She says, is a Temu car door broken? I don't know. Let's listen.
No, I can't. I couldn't park in front of the restaurant.
Why not?
Okay. So, because it was full and I didn't want to back out. Hold on.
Oh, what happened here? You know, even if the parking lot in front of the restaurant wasn't full, I seriously doubt the foodie would have parked there. She's going to park off to the side somewhere where she can sit and eat her food and not be so much in view from other people walking in, walking out. What is going on with the camera?
The door.
Chantal, if you're having that much trouble getting in and out of the Temu mobile, you shouldn't be running around late looking for fast food.
Okay.
Oh, what happened to the door?
I need the AC, so I'm not going to be too long.
Okay, so moving on. Truth Seeker says she always says that she never talks about FFG and that reactors are more obsessed over her than she is of them. Meanwhile, she's there nonstop talking about FFG every single live stream. They bring her up and regurgitate the same thing daily. She's the one who's obsessed. Yeah, that's true. Like, we're supposed to be obsessed with Chantal, but reacting to somebody and giving your opinion, that is not obsession. But yet, as much as she claims to hate FFG, you know she's watching the streams. You know she's lurking around. She even followed FFG to, is it Kick? What is that other platform that FFG has? No, I'm sorry. My bad. Rumble. FFG has an account on Rumble and did a stream on Rumble. And Foodie watched that. So why were you doing that, Chantal? Watching FFG on Rumble when she goes over there? Why are you following her around, bro? Creepy. You claim to hate her, and yet you obsessively watch her. But then again, you also claim to hate Natter, and you obsessively watch him too. So I guess hate. You obsessively watch people, but go ahead. What do you got to say?
For real, Mariah, imagine.
Imagine someone lost his cat
Are you talking? You shouldn't be talking, Salah.
and make content out of it.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting, actually.
Yeah.
It's my opinion.
And
You
apparently
know what? I've got a lot to say to you, Salah, since we're here. Since we're here, sir. I got some stuff to say to you. Since you have so much to say about Girl World, sir, I think that it's disgusting that a man like yourself, that you are able-bodied, you are healthy, you're able to get out and get yourself a job and make your own money, that you're over there living off of a woman. I think that's disgusting. There's nothing wrong with you that you can't go out and get a job. And you are so lazy and you feel so entitled that you're going to live off of this one right here. What happens if something happens to Chantal? Have you ever thought about that, genius? Anything could happen to her at any time. What would happen to you then? Have you thought about that? That if something happens to her, God forbid, something happens to her, she ends up in the hospital or worse, then what? You're just putting off what you know is coming. That at some point, this whole thing with Chantal, it's going to end one way or the other, and you're going to have to get a job anyway. So what's the attitude? You're going to hang on to her fupa for dear life until either she makes you let go or you have to let go? Have some pride, sir. Have some pride. Go out, get a job, make your own money. Don't be so desperate to hang on to other people to make your way. It's not their job, not their responsibility. Have some pride. You're over here cursing out the reactors, cursing out girl world. Let me tell you something, Salah. Just with us doing reaction videos, reaction lives, doing the archive stuff, doing the clip stuff, the compilations, we're working harder than you are. What do? You sit in your room, you play your video games, you come on camera, play Crazy Frog. What else do you do? In the 3 years that you've been with Chantal, you could have accomplished much. But you haven't accomplished anything. Are you better than when she found you? Do you have a college degree now? Like able to move on and away from her? No. Because she got you addicted to the free and easy lifestyle, just living off of her. Even though it's not exactly cost free, is it? You got to put up with her temper tantrums. You got to put up with her food addiction and all of her urges for food, which are constant. She's a constant source of aggravation. And yet you won't fix that. You won't do what you need to do. Don't be over here saying how disgusting we are when you're over there pimping out a food addict. You're pimping out their addiction. You're pimping it out as much as she is. You don't care how she makes money or where, as long as she makes it and as long as you get your cut. You don't care. If she says, hey, I could do this, this, and this, and I make this money, you're on board with it. All you care about is getting your money. Let me tell you something, Salah. Nothing in life is for free. You always got to pay the bill. You're not planning for the future. You're not planning for the what if situation if something happens to her. And believe me, at this point, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And now that she's got the Timu mobile, and now that she's driving around at night looking for food, oh, it's going to get much, much worse. Much worse. And if she becomes sick, if she becomes bedbound, guess who she's going to be looking at to take care of her? You. And I know what you're going to do. You're going to hightail it out of there because you didn't sign up for that. And she's going to realize that way too late. That her attitude of, I'm going to get myself in trouble and then expect everybody to take care of me. She's going to figure out nobody's around to take care of her. Nobody wants to. Nobody's able to. Nobody has the money to take care of her full time. She'll find that out too late. But you need to sit down and shut up over there. We don't want to hear from you. You ain't got nothing intelligent to say. Autumn Fairy says, remember this, Miss Cat Mom of the Century. This is why BBJ had to be rescued from you. Lie all you want. We have all the proof. Yes, we do. Let's play the clip.
You were not a vet, but I've taken her to the vet months ago, and she was fine. She's old, snarky priest. She's not going to be in perfect health. Her health is deteriorating. I'm not going to take her to the vet for every little thing for old age with a pet. No. So hate me all you want, but I'm going to put her down. It's going to happen.
She's talking about BBJ. This is an older clip of Chantal. She's talking about BBJ. She goes, I'm going to put her down. It's just going to happen. So for those who haven't seen this clip, Beezers, those of you that have not seen this clip, all the vitriol that Chantal talks about with FFG. Do you understand why now FFG did what she did? Because this clip right here, it's not a one-off. Chantal did this a lot. She was doing basically the threats against BBJ, saying that she was going to take her to the vet and have her euthanized. As a matter of fact, the day that FFG's brother came to pick up BBJ from the house, that same day, Chantal had a vet visit planned. So talk about a stay of execution. If FFG's brother didn't pick up little BBJ, Chantal would have taken BBJ to the vet and would have had her euthanized. And we all remember that before that, Chantal was withholding food from BBJ, trying to create a situation where they would just put her down. Yeah, she's that evil. She did that. She so did that. Starving the cats. Starving her. But this was not a one-off. Remember the box or bag comment? Saying that BBJ was going to come home in a box or a bag? Yeah. Yeah, so Beezers, y'all pay attention to this right here.
You were not a vet, but I've taken her to the vet months ago. And she was...
By the way, Beezers, if you didn't know, in the time that Chantal, she took BBJ to the vet only because she was hanging out with Roman L. Roman. And Roman L. Roman loved animals, and Chantal was trying to impress Roman. So finally, after so much begging and pleading from everybody, she finally took BBJ to the vet. And while they were in the car together, there was a recorded message or phone call or something from the vet saying that BBJ needed to come back because she had oral issues. Just for Chantal to schedule oral surgery as soon as possible. Chantal never took her back. Never. Never. Chantal neglected her care. She wasn't going to spend money on BBJ. She wanted to keep that money for herself. Her nails growing underneath her feet into her foot pads, that happened twice. Twice, Beezers, twice. And that would have been a situation that was easily preventable. But you can clip a cat's nails at home. You can do it at home. Or if you don't want to, getting a cat's nails clipped costs $10. With the price of 2 Starbucks drinks, get your nails clipped. And then just keep checking them to see when they get too long. And then spend another $10. Chantal couldn't be bothered to spend $10 freaking dollars to get the nails clipped. No, she let them grow for several months underneath her feet to the point where BBJ was walking on her nails, sticking into her pads, limping down the stairs in incredible pain. Just because Chantal couldn't be bothered to spend $10. And that UTI, that severe UTI, the little BBJ had, that was easily preventable. You want to know why? You want to know how? because Chantal had boxes and boxes of unopened pretty litter. UTIs are caused when the litter is dirty. So if somebody had kept the litter clean, that poor baby probably wouldn't have had a UTI. And I could just keep going. So, responsible cat owner? I don't think so. Just listen though.
You were not a vet, but I've taken her to the vet months ago, and she was fine. She's old, snarky priest. She's not going to be in perfect health. Her health is deteriorating. I'm not going to take her to the vet for every little thing for old age with a pet. No. So hate me all you want, but I'm going to put her down. It's going to happen. She's old. She's probably sick. No, I'm not going to let prolong her life for no reason.
Not going to prolong her life for no reason. But there is a reason. There is a reason to keep her alive. There is a reason to take her to the vet. There is a reason to get the medications and do the treatments and get her checked out. Because she deserves to live. Because she lived in pain and suffering, and she deserves to know a day when she's not in pain. That's a good reason to me. That's a good enough reason for me, y'all. And by the way, Chantal, you're over there talking about little BBJ and saying she's old and she's sick. Guess what? You're old and sick. What should society do about you? Would you like society to have the same viewpoint about you as you do about your former pet? Oh, she's old and she's sick. We know what to do with her. So anything older, anything that might not be in good health, just get rid of them. Just their life should be canceled because they're older? No, they deserve to live. But here you go, Beezers. This is the caring cat mom. You know, the same one that now with Julia, she won't put the doggone cone on because she's stupid and selfish. This is how she treated BBJ. And think about what she's doing with Julia now. So how caring is your queen when this is her attitude? Oh, she's old and she's sick. Just euthanize her. Lovely attitude, huh? Really lovely. Yeah, okay. Next. Narky says, anyone else feel a major change in the wind? Chantal is putting on a front and laughing with him, but I think the Kuwait arc is just about over. If she went out driving and got food, that means she has both independence and access to the money. Bye-bye, Salah. Look, I don't know. Like, everybody keeps getting the same feeling, like, whatever's going on, I feel like, yeah, I do feel like there's a major change in the wind. Like, this Kuwait arc is not going to go on for another year. Like, something has shifted. Something's about to happen. I don't know what. But it's just, I feel like her time in Kuwait is just about over. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. But I think even Chantal knows that she's got to go back to Canada at some point. She just can't keep hiding out in Kuwait. She has to go back. Her channel is being run into the ground. Her money sucks. She's doing too much. She's supporting two men, and it's expensive for her. She's got to go back home. That's all there is to it. Yup says, these vet professionals know Julia was restitched. Keep lying, though. So here's some comments. XX says, as a vet nurse, that's a restitch. She had internal stitches, and now she has external stitches. This is why we tell people to leave the cone on. Yup says, her cat was sutured back up again. The pictures I have seen are terrible. This is a botch from the vets and her lack of care. Her new stitches are shoddy at best, and now she is weeping discharge. Oh my God. And the fur is wet and it's reopening. TWD. Oh, to the top and still no cone. Why are we even covering her at all? I have worked in vet care for 17 years, and this is almost too much to watch, even through reactors. Maybe another blackout is in order. She is getting over 5K views now, 3 to 4 times a day. Stop covering her for a few days. She is going to turn her cat septic. Chantal, put the cone on. Take care of your pet, for God's sake. Jesus. What are you doing? Moon Goddess Tarot says, so obviously Chantal didn't get a Kuwait driver's license, but an international driving permit, which she could have accomplished all through the mail. I'm not sure why she would lie, but for the fact she does it compulsively. Just trying to like pump herself up. Oh, Milk Tea did a response to the things that Salah said about her. Courtesy of Florida Salt and Sass and Milk Tea Notoriety Services, Milk Tea says, sweet of you to think of me, Salah. Speaking of changing, I was going to recommend these adult diapers for the next time your loophole wife craps herself on camera, but was concerned you might be tempted to keep them as a security blanket. Get him, Milk Tea, get him. Bravo, madam. Bravo. Okay. Oh, that was a long update. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention to the time. Let's get on to the video. I don't know how much we're going to cover, but let's cover it. Let's get this done. All right, guys, let's go.
Hey, small potato. Is this charging? Yeah.
I'm just going to put this forward before you get started, Foodie. I have this feeling, ma'am, that you have a client list of feedies. And part of the reason why you're freaking out and flipping out is because some of the ones that normally give you money have gone away. That you have been acting inappropriately with them, you've been rude to them, and they just simply looked at you and said, I'm out. So some of the guys that have been floating you, they've just disappeared. And it would make sense because that is your bread and butter. Though that's where you're making the most money. So if by your own hand, by your own design, you've been rude to those feedy people and you've lost some, yeah, that's going to make you mad and you're going to rage out on us even though it's your fault.
That's good. Hey, Ari. Guys. Alabama, Justine, Tracy, Poetic Justice, Dan. You're just watching my other video. Welcome, Salam, Amanda. Hey, Becca. Fernanda. Thank you. What does it matter to you, Butter? Hey, Larry. Yeah, testing out the new license. Cynthia. Thank you, Ari. I'm starving. I was shopping and hey, Lisa P. Sorry to hear that, Black's Chaos. I hope you feel better. I really do.
And by the way, the feedies, they love hearing things like that. They love hearing the people that are giving them content. They love hearing you say, I'm starving, because that means you're going to eat more. That's her throwing out the whistle to the feedies. Like, come watch me. I'm about to eat a whole bunch of food.
Thanks for stopping in, though. Get some rest. Hey, Rhodey. My glasses are foggy. Anyways, I'm starving. Hey, man. Bulging eyeball. Yeah, I feel better, Blacks. I'm just like, I'm not comfortable. I don't like being out here alone. And I don't like driving here at all. I hate it, actually.
Well, then why'd you do it? And what did I tell you about driving at night? Those are not prescription glasses. What you're wearing is not a pair of prescription glasses. And even if they are, when is the last time you got your eyes checked? You might need new glasses now because your vision is worse. You should not be driving, period.
Hey, Caprese. Like, I'm just not used to it. I don't know. It's Saturday. Like, I should not be out on a Saturday.
But you are, because you're stupid.
Yeah, I'm driving. So I drove to a very busy mall, which was torture, kind of. And then for somebody with anxiety, it is. And
yeah, why would she go to the mall? The food court, that's why.
Then I was walking around a lot because I couldn't find the store I needed to go to.
You weren't going to the store. Stop lying. You weren't interested in doing shopping for anything other than food. You were going for the food court.
But I did a vlog, so that will be out later.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Tonight, maybe tomorrow. Music on. Oh, Candace, you had cinnamon French toast and bacon. Okay, I'm at a Hardee's, and it's what I just found, so I pulled over. I don't want to keep this on and my batteries die. Imagine I get stranded. Bae, how come the system is still... Oh, I'm turning it off. Oops. I don't know how this works. Hey, mermaid Kirby's. I'm doing well. Okay, let's go.
If something happens to her, if she gets into an accident and people get hurt, you're just as responsible for that accident as she is. Because you could have taken the keys and said, no, you're not driving. You're not healthy enough to drive.
Go in and get some food. Let's go order. I'm starving.
You're not starving.
Let me get the key. I got my shopping haul bees here. I don't want to show you because, like I said, I got change from parking. Hi, Maria. So busy. Some work stuff. So I said, I'm going to go out. And he's like, on a Saturday? I was like, oh, sorry to hear that, Cynthia. What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, Brooke.
And look at all these people in the chat. You could tell who the feedies are in the chat. Chantal's bulging eyeball says, fast food unfuneral with a bonus curb hop. Hands up. Hi, feedie. Obviously, you're a feedie.
You missed the car videos, Orange Pulp? Hey, Barbara. Thank you.
And by the way, Chantal, like somebody like that, a feedie like that they're encouraging you to eat, just something to think about. If something does happen to you and you end up in the hospital, they're not going to care. They're not going to be worried about you. You know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be running to another channel and encouraging that person to eat. And if something happens to them, they'll find somebody else. It's all about them getting what they want from whoever will provide it. They're encouraging someone to do something that they themselves would never do to themselves because they want their health. They want you to ruin your health for their benefit, and you are providing. But if you end up in the hospital, the feedies are not going to be surrounding your bed saying, are you okay? Are you all right, Chantal? I'm going to sit here with you while you're in the hospital. And I'm going to send you flowers every day and wish you well. No, they'll forget about you and move on to the next. Your worth to them is only with what you can give them. And the moment you stop providing, they walk. They go elsewhere. That applies to the Foodies. That applies to Natter. That applies to Salah. They don't see you as anything worthy. It's all about what you do for them and what you provide for them. There is a difference. And somebody getting something from you and being around you does not equate them caring about you. They care about what they can get from you. I mean, just figure it out.
Food on funeral with a purple this curve. It was hectic. The drive was hectic. People are not patient. Like, at least most of the drivers on the roads I've encountered here, if you don't go with the flow, like exactly, like they're beeping at you. Oh no, I think someone's coming to tell me to move. Please don't. I don't know where to park. Oh, there's parking in front of the restaurant, I think. I have to back out just for that? Or is... No, okay. Money is business. I'm like freaking out. I don't want to be out here by myself. Oh,
You know what she's trying to do, y'all? She's trying to recreate like the old school Chantal, the classic Chantal, the Chantal that would go out late at night and do the mukbangs in the car and have her live stream going. Like, she's trying to bring that vibe back, but it's not the same, Chantal. It's definitely not the same.
Gosh. I don't know the language. I don't know the I know like the basic rules of the road, but
Almost 3 years. You should have learned. You have plenty of time.
it's like I find most people don't signal here either. Okay, is this guy coming to tell me where to go? Please don't. Okay, hi. Tell them you're foodie and they'll understand. Really? Oh, you used to drive in Australia, now you're in Portugal. You don't drive, yeah. Hi, strawberries. I'm not hitting a curb. Everyone F's up when they drive in a new country. No, I'm already here. I'm already parked. I think I'm just gonna... Should I park in front of the restaurant? There's too much traffic. I'm just gonna go in the restaurant and see what happens. Oh, Leanne! Oops. How come I can't heart it? Thank you, Leanne. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Shukran jazilan. No, because I just came. So, and I ventured into
the mall, and she did not eat any mall food. So she just said she just got back from the mall and she did some shopping there. So 9 times out of 10, she ate while she was at the mall. So on the way back, you're going to eat again? Lord.
Parking lot, the parking garage. Yeah, I got to find my key. Where did I put it? The car locks itself, but I'm going to lock it when I leave. Because there's no people. It's my GoPro. Do you want to that store? The car just... Thank you, yeah. Chloe, hi. What should I eat? At Hardee's. Let's go see what they have. The Santa Fe burger is really good. My shirt is like unbuttoned here. Oh, the other side of the road? Yeah. I'm lucky that they don't do that here. It's the same side.
Yeah, for now. That's going to change.
Hardee's is so good.
Let me guess how tonight went. She went to the mall. She ate a bunch of food at the mall. She ate food after she got out of the mall. And you have to know, before she got home, girlfriend stopped at a 7-Eleven and went wild buying all the convenience foods. She got a whole bag of snacks, maybe 2 or 3 bags of snacks, to bring home in case she got hungry yet again. Tell me I'm wrong, Chantal. You know I'm not.
Thank you. I am scared. Yeah, I am. They don't have 7-Elevens. Okay. There's the parking restaurant. Can I move? Like, I don't like being out here without you.
Lies. She's never looked happier. Babe, I don't like being out here without you, but she's never looked happier. She is in the zone, y'all. She's in the zone. She's away from Salah. She's about to eat. He's nowhere around to tell her what to do or give her the stink eye. She is in the zone. Like she's in her element, taking long drives at night to go get food. This is what she used to do. This is really familiar for her. You're not missing Salah, Chantal. You're not missing him at all.
I look like someone's fat auntie.
No lies detected. Like, she's way too close. Let me just back it up. Back up, Chantal, please. I don't like that close-up view. Oh, goodness, the pixelation. Let's get past it.
Couldn't park in front of the restaurant. Okay, so because it was full and I didn't want to back out. Hold on.
She dropped the phone. She dropped the phone. Moron. She dropped the phone.
8. Maybe I'll just unroll the windows. Okay. I don't know how this car works. Are you laughing at me, babe?
One moment. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get back to it.
No, it's not on the left side. Santa Fe sauce. Ooh. Curly fries.
This is what you got the license for, Chantal? Just to get more food, get it faster. Wow. Just wow. Like, your food addiction is next level. And I'm not saying that in a complimentary way. Like, this is some next level stuff. Like, you really need to be locked up. You are a danger to yourself, girl. You cannot control yourself around food.
Is the car not off? What the fuck?
People in
No.
chat. Strawberries and Cream says, this is like the old Kia days. I love it. So, Strawberries and Cream, you like watching a food addict get high? Someone who's got a serious problem with food, you like seeing them overindulge and make themselves sick? You're about as morbid as Chantal. I would think that those of you in the chat that you care about Chantal, if you really cared about her, you would say, this is a really bad idea, Chantal. You shouldn't be doing this, Chantal. But no, you guys are just putting the battery in her back and telling her, oh, this is so great. This feels like the old Chantal days. Well, the old Chantal days were not great either. Self-harm content is not cool, period.
I turned. It's not going off. I'm never. Babe. Babe, whenever I turn it off, I have to press the gas pedal and the button, right? Or no?
If you don't even know how to drive the car, you shouldn't be driving the car. Sorry for the eating, guys. I don't like to watch her eat either.
Getting your license doesn't teach you how to use individual cars, you GOOOOO.
Woo! Here comes the attitude. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to watch you put stuff in your mouth. I'm here for what comes out of your mouth. Let us have it.
No, it's chicken.
I am not here to watch you hurt yourself, Chantal. I am here to watch you make a fool of yourself. I'm here for the tomfoolery. I am not here for the food. I'm not here for the food fetish. That's for other people. I am here for your stupidity. So just lay it on me. Go for it.
Chips. Oh. It was on. What? Like that. I don't know why. Now this won't turn off. Oh, there we go. I think I got it. Santa Fe sauce. It's like a chipotle sauce. Hey, Saints. He is the best cat dad. Hey, Energy. White soda. Or say
The stitch is open because you wouldn't put the cone on. No. Someone who takes a cat to the vet to get spayed, and the vet tells you, put the cone on. And you, being a big idiot, you take the cone off, which leads to her eating out her stitches and the wound is open, and you got to take the cat directly back and get them restitched. You're the one that's dumb. You're the big idiot, just because you couldn't follow directions.
What else is new? Well, she's the stupidest person in the planet then. I heard someone
who gave up their home in Canada, who gave up their pets in Canada, who gave up their roommate to move thousands of miles away to another country just to be around a man that they don't know and doesn't love them, and paid $9,000 for that. Is the big idiot. As stupid as you swear the reaction channels are, Chantal, the things you've done, you're not smart. Why would anyone who has an established home, pets, a roommate who actually cares, channel's doing okay, Why would you give all that up for a stranger in another country and pay them money, lots of money? For what? To be miserable? You paid all that money to be miserable.
The sutures are turning black. The sutures are black, you freaking stupid moron. It's okay, babe. I'm not moving. There's too many cars. And the people in the restaurant will stare at me. Oh. 9. I had Indian food. I think at 3 or 2:30.
What about the snacks in between? What about the little mini meals in between? You want to talk about those? Hours and hours and hours without eating. After having a routine of eating every hour to 2 hours, she'd be a lot more ravenous than this. The fact that she's a bit more calm with her eating means that she had something recently, possibly at the mall.
I'm going to get out of this spot, but like off camera. I get nervous when people watch me.
But yet you went out in public and you parked in front of a restaurant. So make that make sense.
Yeah. I didn't feel like I'm going to go to a cafe. I'm hungry. But you know.
Chat about Chantal being out. Yes, Becca, she did it alone, and I am proud of her. Would you be proud of her if she got into an auto accident, or would you claim not to know her?
Hey, Chili, Pinier. So many people out today. You were right, babe, okay? You don't have to rub it in, but you were right.
So let me guess what happened. The two of you had a bit of an argument or discussion, a very heated discussion. You got your license and you were just itching to get out there and get some fast food. And Salah told you, look, it's busy out there. It's a weekend night. You don't understand. It's a weekend night. It's dark out there. There's lots of people. You don't want to be around lots of people. People drive crazy on the road. This is not a good time to test out your new license in Kuwait. And you didn't want to hear it. You wanted to go out and get your food. And you went out anyway.
This is very, hi, Anna. My stomach hasn't been empty. Yeah, it has. But why was her tummy? They put a big silver bandage, whatever the spray stuff was.
Silver nitrate.
She licked a lot of it off.
And how did she do that? Because she didn't have her cone on. Had she had the cone on her face and around her neck, she would not have been able to do that. Nor would she be able to tear out the stitches, which led to her being restitched up. So all of that was due to your stupidity and your neglect.
But not all of it. You can even see.
And the silver nitrate made her sick. You said she was throwing up silver stuff. She shouldn't have been able to do that.
Silver remnants in the sutures. That's why. Y'all can never just admit that you're stupid, moronic, and wrong. You can't admit it. Hey, Purple Mermaid. No, it's Santa Fe sauce. It's like a chipotle sauce.
There's so many people in the chat that they're having a feeling of nostalgia right now. Oh, this feels like the good old days when you'd be back in Canada and you were beezing in the car, driving from place to place, and you had your independence and you didn't have a man around telling you what to do. Like they're all experiencing a sense of nostalgia. Well, Chantal, you can do the nostalgia thing and people in the chat can do the nostalgia thing, but it's never going to bring the past back.
Montreal. Traffic, yeah. I'm going to be sassy. You're sassy with me. Call me a goober. Hey, Sophia. They double down because they're stupid. That's the word of the day. Stupid. No content without being stupid. Yeah. Like, it's the dumbest thing ever. Keep thinking she's suffering and she has a black wound and she's happy at home. Go ahead. No one cares. Yeah. Goober was a term of endearment. Okay.
A bite of food. Why do you lean into the camera? We don't need to see what's going in your mouth. And you stretching out your cheeks full of food. That is just so gross. Lean back. Just lean back. Just lean back. I'm sorry. Lean back is what I meant. Lean back. Lean back. Like when you get too close to the camera, it's almost like being in front of you directly. I don't like that too much in the personal space kind of feeling.
Hi, babe. Babe. From now on, I'm not driving here. Unless it's like very close and not a weekend, okay? Maybe we'll do a weekly cafe bees or something, but I don't know how I got myself here, but it's pretty far from home.
Look at her. She like leans in. It's like she's, hey, feedies, do you see I'm eating all this food? Are you like actively fishing for more feedies? Like you're really fishing. You lost a few, didn't you? Some big money whales. You lost some of your whales, and you're like, I need some to replace those.
No. There's no way I'm going to the avenues by myself.
Because it's not like her just taking a bite of food and eating it. Like as soon as she takes a bite, she leans into the camera like this, and it's like, why are you getting so close? Why do you have to lean in that close?
There's just no way. Sorry, guys. I'm so hungry.
You're not hungry. You're really not.
I know, babe.
Told you, don't go out in the weekend. It's wild and crazy, but you don't listen. I think she's getting off on being defiant to him. I think she loves it. I think she likes being defiant and doing things she's not supposed to do.
Big or small. I think in the Middle East.
Are you ever finished eating? Good Lord. Stuff it in a little bit faster. Just can't with you. Finish up. Oh, sorry about that. Is this YouTube? There we go. Sorry, guys. doggone Wi-Fi.
Hey, George.
You're not finished yet? How much food do you have? Hurry up. I don't want to watch you eat. Hurry up and finish. Yep. See what I mean? Like, she's trying so hard to get that food to drip down her face, and that's a Foodie thing. They love that.
There's no 7-Eleven in GOOOOO. Yeah. That's true.
Holy crap. She ate those and fries, and now she's got a burger the size of her head. Dang. Wait, I'm not going to try to get any on my hand, but look. It's getting on her hand. And she doesn't have baby wipes or napkins. So she's getting all that slippery, messy stuff on her hand. And then guess what? Guess what she's going to do? She's going to be touching all over the seat. She's going to be touching all over the steering wheel. Have fun with that, Salah. Have a lot of fun with that. And that would be her way of flipping the middle finger and saying, see, when I tell you to go get my food, you better go get my food. Because if I go get it, I'm going to make a mess of your car. Your seat's going to be all sticky and messed up. Your steering wheel is going to be all messed up. So you better go get my food from now on, or else I'll mess up your car.
It's really good. I walked a lot around a lot. I could not find this one. They were having a really good sale somewhere. Kuwait economy missing out. How come they didn't give me any napkins? What's this? We don't have tissue in the car, do we?
Okay, I was just checking to see if she put out the mall vlog, but she didn't. So I just want to go check really quick. So she hasn't yet. I'm interested to see where she went to in the mall, but we'll see later. But let's continue on with this mess of a mukbang.
This is so saucy. I feel like such a fat ass, but I am one, so.
Dang! Did you see that bite? Holy moly, macaroni and cheese, Batman. Girl, you're going to choke yourself. The food is not going to run away, Chantal. Take human bites, not Godzilla bites, girl. You can take more than a few bites and finish it. Gluttony at its finest.
Okay, time for ice cream.
And here's something to consider, Chantal. If you're doing something that makes you feel embarrassed, you feel embarrassed when you're doing this and there's people walking around, like you just keep looking around, like, is anybody watching? Can anybody see me? If you're feeling that level of embarrassment or awkwardness around people, maybe that's an indicator you shouldn't be doing it. I'm not saying what you're doing is illegal. It's not illegal. It's just, you shouldn't be eating this way. You shouldn't. Your health is bad. You live with pain every day, yet you continue to do it. But if you're having those feelings of, I'm doing this and I'm uncomfortable around people, maybe you should just stop. You're comfortable doing this crap at home in front of a camera because there's nobody there to see what you're doing. but you're uncomfortable doing it in a public setting. You don't want anybody watching you in real time. And yet they are watching you real time online, but people online to you are not real people. They're not directly in front of you. You get scared, though, when it comes to people in real life that can see you, that can respond to you, you know? So, like, there's a level of embarrassment here, but not enough to make you stop.
No way, Tina P. Really? Born and raised in Cornwall. Wow. Small world, eh? Yeah, it's stressful. Yeah. It's fine. A lot of women do this. Our reason. Sorry, I eat technology because this is not
That's
cheap.
real nice attitude. I'm ignoring you guys to eat. I'll get to you in a minute. So you're doing the thing that you used to do, which is you're running up the meter. That's what this is. She's running up the meter. She's getting in her car. She's eating a meal. She's not going to say much because she's running up the meter so that it makes the live or the video longer for more ads, for more Google AdSense money. So where we at? Like, we're almost at 30 minutes. So she's really not going to focus on the chat until she's done eating all of her food and the tank is topped off.
It tastes like Chipotle sauce.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead. Finish up. Hurry up, Chantal. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm impatient. Hurry up.
Like, Salah warned me, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. But yeah.
What was that? What was that? Wiping her mouth on her sleeve, and is that how you clean yourself? No home training.
Okay. I have to wipe on my pants.
Shmi, you failed. You must have failed as a mother. Why did you not give your daughter any kind of home training? Like, her outside the house manners are atrocious. I would say she acts like an animal, but animals don't even act this way. Okay? Animals are animals and people are people. She doesn't have people manners. She doesn't even have barnyard manners. I don't know what to call this. She's so feral.
No. Yeah.
Says, do you want me to come with the second car? There is no second car. What are you talking about? Chantal doesn't have that much money. Or if she does, it's foolishly spent.
It's okay,
even if you
man.
come with the second car, Salah, she's still got to drive the first car. So how are you going to help her?
I'll be all right. I don't want you to go out of your way.
Translation, I'm here. I'm eating my food. I'm enjoying my moment alone away from you. Don't interrupt. That's what she really means. Like, I'm out of the house and I'm in my moment. I'm in my element. Don't interrupt me, Salah. Don't get in the way. I'm having a bee moment and I'm trying to monetize it. Don't mess it up for me.
Excuse me. It'd be more like easy going. Hey, Macaque Gypsy. Behind me, like I feel okay. They know I'm not from here by the way I'm driving, and they're like beeping and. Yeah, we've eaten in the car many times. Why are you freaking out? I don't get it. If they honk, you ignore it. I know, but it's like it's nerve-wracking, you know. McDonald's bees. I just had Hardee's. That was good. I'm satisfied. I was really hungry. It took me like, babe. I did a vlog, so it's gonna be out later with the haul and everything I bought.
That's her justifying going to the mall and getting food. Like, she's always looking for a way to like calm him down. Oh, babe, I filmed a bunch of stuff and I did a vlog. At the same time, I went shopping and I'm spending money. So don't get mad at me. I did content today. Aren't I a good girl?
But they were having a limited time, like, you know, the Black Friday or White Friday. Here, I think it's White Friday sale, and it's going to end. And I wanted to, you know, get out a bit and do a vlog. So I parked. I could only find parking on the very top level of the mall. And then the place I needed to go to was on the ground level. So I walked, and I couldn't, like, I had to walk around. I didn't know where it was. There was no directory. There was no benches. There's no benches, babe, in this mall. Nowhere to sit.
Aw, poor baby.
So I had to go around each floor and look for the store. I was like, gosh.
Chantal, in every mall that I've ever been in, there was always like a little thing that shows a map. Like a light up thing that shows all the stores on all the floors. Why didn't you use those? It tells you where everything is. Why didn't you use that?
But it took me like literally an hour. I know, babe. It's just that Hardee's was the Hardee's and Baskin Robbins. And when I was driving by it, like coming out of Alcoot, it was packed. So I was like, no. If I'm with you, I don't feel as nervous, but it's different than being in your own country. That's for sure. You live and you learn. You know? I don't need my insulin.
Not yet.
Actually, I have to take it when I get home.
Right. Boom. There it is. That's how she's treating her medication. She has the bee moment, and after she has her bee moment, she takes the insulin, she takes the metformin, she takes that stuff. Those things are meant to manage diabetes, to help manage them. But you have to follow that up with a great diet, being mindful of your diet. She's using her medication to manage her bee moments so she can have more. It's not about using that medication to manage her diabetes. It's about using them to have more bee moments so her blood sugar doesn't send her into a diabetic coma. She's abusing her medication.
Yeah, true. Never again, babe. I had to learn. I always have to learn the hard way with things, I find. Lyft or Uber? Well, I have slot to drive around. It's busy. So, if they tell me to move now, I'll just say, yeah, okay. Anyways, I was going to move anyways. Oh, sorry. Who did I miss? Do this every so often, and you'll get more comfortable. Hope so. Yeah, there's a lot of women that drive here, yeah. Get coffee. Hi, Kristen. I don't want to drive, like, while I'm live. I'm too nervous.
Yeah, don't do that. Excuse me. Pardon me. That soda went down my throat wrong. Don't do that, Chantal. Don't live stream while you're driving. That is so dangerous. Please don't do it. Please don't.
Can we see a tour of Selma? Are you kidding? Do you know how?
I heard that she was ragey in this. I'm looking for the ragey part. Where's the ragey part? Come on, there's a ragey part in here somewhere. Where's it at? Where's it at?
Making fun of Teardrop and shit like.
Ooh, there it is. I think we're getting to it. I think we've hit gold, y'all. We're digging beneath the rock and we're trying to find the gold. I think we just struck a gold vein. Let's see.
That, like, leave her the F alone. Do you know how embarrassed your children are going to be to have a piece of shit mother like you who
Ooh, there she goes. Just roll her up and let her go.
makes fun of people for no fucking reason? Do you know how nice of a person she is and you make fun of her?
Chantal, Teardrop is as bad as you. She herself in chat, she has said things that made me go, what? What'd you say? Talking about how she has dogs and she had cats that had kittens and her dogs have unalived the kittens more than once. All because she's an irresponsible pet owner and her cats are not spayed. Okay? That came out of her own mouth. No wonder the two of you get along. You got some stuff in common and not in all the right ways. So you're sticking up for Teardrop because she rolls hard for you and she's one of your mods and she's as much of a piece of crap as you are.
Like, you need to grow the hell up. You're an adult and you're supposed to be a moral compass for your children. They're fucked in life. Your kids are effed in life. Have you as a mom. You're a shit and you deserve all the karma that's coming right back your way.
Who is she talking about? I must have missed it, but that's okay. It doesn't matter.
You can go to hell and take Samantha with you.
Oh, she's talking about Yaba. Of course she's going off about Yaba. Of course she is. Of course she's going off about Yaba. Are we going to talk about FFG too? Is that in here somewhere? I bet it is. Because usually Chantal, if she talks about Yaba, she's going to go off on FFG as well. And trust me, that's on purpose, y'all. There's a reason why that there's so many reaction channels, so many react channels, so many archive channels, so many clips channels. Chantal picks only certain ones to go after. Notice she likes going after people that have the biggest audiences. That's not on accident. That's on purpose. She wants Yaba to talk about her. She wants FFG to talk about her, to react to her on their channels because they have the biggest audiences. And she's hoping that if they talk about her, that's just going to go over to her channel and make more views. But she purposely targets certain people over others. She's bringing up certain names and certain names only.
Married your best friend. Do you remember that Samantha called your kids unfortunate looking? Wow, real good friendship you have there.
So let's rewind. Let's rewind all the way back to the start of this stream. Chantal's out, right? Like first time driving out by herself. Ta-da! She's on the road. She's driving around. She's getting her food. She just got through shopping. She just got through going to the mall and filming stuff. She could have spent the entire hour and 11 minutes talking about that, kind of dropping hints about, I did this and I went there and I filmed that. And here's my experience shopping, and getting people really pumped up to watch that vlog when it comes out. So she's out and about. She should be happy. She's out by herself, doing her own thing, feeling a bit of independence, eating food. Salah's not there playing Crazy Frog in the background. She should be ecstatic. Breathing the fresh air. But in this moment, she's ragey and she's mad. And she's going off on the reactors when she doesn't have to, because she could choose anything to talk about. But let's bring up the reactors when you don't have to. Let's bring them into the conversation when they really don't belong there. Let's go off on them one more time. Even though the month is officially over as of today. But let's bring them up. We got to bring them up, right? We got to bring them up.
Loser. God. I'm sorry, I hate these people. They're really shit. I can't believe it. Jeez, you know who it is. YouTube Underground. Stupid losers. Think she's cool and edgy, making fun of people every day. Make fun of yourself.
Chantal, you've made fun of people on your channel many times over. So it's okay for you to do it, but if somebody else wants to criticize in their own way, it's wrong, it's bad. No, you can't criticize somebody if you're doing the exact same behavior on your channel.
I don't know. Like, they don't have mirrors. I don't get it. Hey, Laura. It doesn't make any sense to me that these people come for people in my chat and make fun of them like 5-year-olds. Teardrop. What are you, 6? You have the mentality of a 6-year-old. Okay? If you think that's funny, sorry. I had to go off on that.
No, you really didn't, but you wanted to because you need content.
So dumb. Seriously, I can't stand it. No happy person does what she does in life.
And no happy person that I know would live the way that you live. You're in a foreign country where you do not belong. You're around a guy who doesn't care about you. All you do is sit in a room and eat and gain weight and make yourself sick. Everything about you screams, I am miserable. I am not living a happy life. I'm not even living a healthy life. I'm just stewing in my misery and making it worse because I insist on making bad choices, one right after the other, and dealing with the consequences. You are the picture of misery, Chantal. And believe it or not, you are a walking cautionary tale. You're a walking cautionary tale. You are all the 7 deadly sins wrapped into one living body, but you are a cautionary tale. You are a warning to everyone else out there who might see you, who might hear you, that this is what your life could be. This is how you could end up if you live your life without structure, without discipline, without common sense, inner strength. If you don't have the right framework in life, you don't do your due diligence to create the framework if it doesn't exist, and you live your life in a way that you are completely feral and hedonistic, just letting yourself go and following every impulsive thought that pops into your head, this is what you could turn into. You turn into a big ball of bitter unhappiness, raging at everybody, lashing at everyone, running away from awareness, unwilling to make good choices, always willing to make bad choices. This is what life for a person could become if their framework doesn't exist. If you have no self-discipline, this is what life is for a person. And you are also a cautionary tale for anyone who might want to be coming on YouTube, that if there's someone that they want to be somebody and they say to themselves, I want to make a successful channel on YouTube and get 100,000 subscribers and make a bunch of money. You are a cautionary tale of what could happen if somebody chooses the wrong path for that. When they choose a path of, I'm going to give up 100% of my health for a bunch of paychecks, these are the consequences for that choice. This is what you got to deal with. Extra weight, bad health, all the major organs in trouble, lack of mobility, lack of good breathing. So you're a walking cautionary tale. Maybe that's your purpose in life.
You haven't made postcards with your mom and your sister and Buster's face over theirs. Maybe I should call the cops on those losers. Remember what happened to Marty? It's going to happen to you soon.
Chantal, that's the second time that you've compared yourself to Music Biz Marty. You are not Music Biz Marty. Not even close. Music Biz Marty and his crew, they get creative with the stuff they do to people. I mean, you saw that for yourself. Almost had the car towed. It was because of Music Biz Marty that your family said no more streaming at their house. They basically stopped you from doing that after that happened. Did you notice that? It was because of Music Biz Marty and his crew. But you keep comparing yourself to Music Biz Marty, and you are nowhere near that level. Like, their trolling is next level. They get real creative. But you keep acting like you're him and you're not him. And what are you going to call the cops on? What are you going to do? Sir, they're reacting to me again, and they're saying bad things because they're a bunch of meanie heads. I mean, what are you going to say? Stupid.
You stupid bitch.
Ooh.
Seriously. At least I have a family that loves me.
That's debatable. That's really debatable. I think your family loves you from a distance. I think they love you best from a distance. If you're far away and you're not a bother and you're not a burden, they can love you more. They don't love you so much up close because you are a burden, because you are a pain in the neck, because you're so negative. I think they like it better with you being far away. I'm sure your mom's not exactly crying and begging you to come back. I'm sure she's not saying, hey, come live with me for the next year and get your life together. Oh, no, she's not volunteering her home to you. So they love you from a distance, not up close.
And didn't marry a friggin' pedophile. You're so gross. Wallah. What an idiot. And people who support that are just disgusting. Seriously.
Ma'am, understand that when you put something on the table, the moment that you do, other people are free to bring stuff up. If you throw a firing shot, then that means you're inviting for shots to come back. at you. So, since you're talking about Yaba and her situation, let me just say this to you. You had a mod, Karate Joe, who was a convicted sex offender. He went to jail. That was your main mod. You called that person your internet husband. He had your phone number. Remember? He could call you offline. He talked to you offline. He told you when to stream and even told you when to cut your stream off. And when you went to all those late night drive-thrus, he would tell you what to order. I can't say for certain, but I think the reason why you were comfortable letting Karate Joe boss you around because he was a high-paying feedie. Tell me I'm wrong. He was all about that life of you eating food, saying fat is beautiful, and encouraging you to eat. You were letting a high-money whale feeder control you, who was also a sex offender. So you want to bring up other people and their mess? What's going on with them? Let's bring up your mess. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Main mod that you talked to offline was a sex offender. And I got a feeling you knew about what he did and you didn't care. As a matter of fact, you were defending him, weren't you? You're saying, oh, he did his time to society, right? You said that. You had sympathy for a sex offender. And let's also not forget sex offender and Dragon Lord Frodo, another sex offender. And I'm even going to bring your roommate Pete into this. Yeah, I'm going to rope him in with it too. Want to know why? Because it was discovered a while ago that Pete was writing grape fiction. So he had some thoughts, some weird thoughts too. And then there's Natter. You got some really weird company that you hang out with, lady. You pick some really interesting friends. Yes, you do. So over there wagging your finger about Yaba and what happened with her. And by the way, Chantal, you shouldn't be doing that. That involved a young victim. You shouldn't be using something bad that happened to a young victim as a gotcha moment, especially with you claiming to be a victim. You should not use the pain of a victim as a gotcha, although you are. But you've had some questionable friends and associates. And I'm sure there's probably more that I'm forgetting. But remember, you put it on the table. So it's like, since you're going to do that, I'm going to add this too. I'm just going to put it out there just because you did. You're welcome.
Who's beauty? I need to block them. Bye. See ya. Who else wants to be blocked?
Oh, now this feels familiar. Who wants to be
You mean
blocked?
the chipmunk, the rabid, friggin' inbred hillbilly Deliverance.
Oh, God. She's calling Yaba a hillbilly. To her, everybody in the Western world is a hillbilly. We're all hillbillies, y'all. All of us. We're a bunch of hillbillies. And even if we were, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being a hillbilly? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Chipmunk, yeah, that one. With the friggin' like, oh, I can't give them any attention, honestly.
But you are. You're talking about him, dummy.
I need to even not watch Yo Mama. Like, nothing personal against him, but like, I still have to hear what people say by watching him, even if he's roasting them. And he's
No, he's not.
and they call him Crack Mama. Look at your wife. all of her kids, all of her children have grown up with criminal records. Nice example you're setting. Nice job. You have the nerve to talk about mother. At least none of her children have criminal records. Big, fat, stupid idiots.
Well, I think your little trip out to relax and a reset was a fail, Chantal. If you went out, oh, that's a lovely face. That's such a perfect face right there. But if the goal was to go out and have a meal and just relax, you failed because you were relaxing and then you pulled yourself to a stressful place. Which, by the way, y'all, that's a bad thing to do because there's nothing like negative emotion to trigger you to eat again. She just got through eating a lot of food and she's making herself mad, which is going to lead to her going home and eating even more food.
Seriously, you can't compare life situations either. You can't. Every single person in Sam's family, criminal record, criminals, prostitutes, criminals, prostitutes. And you have the nerve to call anyone a crackhead? That's
Hold on a second. Ma'am, you over there trying to shame sex workers. I'm not standing for that. Hypocrite. Not when you had 2 OnlyFans accounts. 2 of them. Remember that? You had one. You advertised it on YouTube. You were advertising your OnlyFans on the day of your grandmother's death, talking about OnlyFans content, but you made an OnlyFans account. A bunch of people signed up. And then 2 days after all the signups, you said, I'm not doing stuff on OnlyFans because people are getting weird. They're asking to see my boobs and to have me fart, which was stuff you were doing on YouTube for free. But you let everybody know you weren't going to do anything else on there. People asked for refunds and got them. And then later on, you made another one. Over there shaming sex workers. At the same time that you were coming on camera every night dressed in a negligee or less than a negligee. Don't do that. Don't shame people in the adult industry when you were a part of it. Yes, you were. Prostitutes. Chantal, you want to talk about prostitutes? Madam, you're whoring yourself out to the feedies. You are selling your body to these feedies for a paycheck. So I would be careful using the word prostitute. When you're putting a price on your body and the use of your body, yeah, you're doing that. Every time you sit down to do a request, you are putting a price on your health and a price on your body. So you really don't have anything to say to anyone else with what they do with their body or for how much. Since you're so eager to put a price on yours.
It's pretty funny. You don't even know, like, oh, I can't. Who cares, Foggy Glasses? He doesn't target one person over and over. Like, his whole channel is not only about one person. He calls out the people who target one person. That's the difference. She was cleared of all charges. Yeah, right. The audacity, yeah. Let the carbs calm your soul. I mean, you guys wouldn't be calm. You know, like, you tell me to calm down. You wouldn't be calm if people were targeting your family because they're pieces of vile crap.
Okay, let's just back up for a minute and take this in consideration. So starting tomorrow, next month is going to be the highest paying month of the year for YouTubers. So she's already getting stuff started. We might see more rages out of her next month because of that. Like she's going to let the rage out a little bit if it means making a little bit extra Google AdSense money.
Inbred ugly motherfuckers. And you wouldn't if they were targeting your mods for no reason. You know, look at your mods. They're like 60-year-old women.
How do you know? How do you know about this about her mods? Do you know these people? Have you met them? How are you making these assumptions?
A break. Anyway, that's my rage for you. Coming for Ron. When they've done worse. And you're...
Ron is actually Sofa King. And I remember Sofa King. Sofa King, Plain Cheeseburger, Ashley Lamborghini. They were all jerks. The unholy trinity, we called them. The hyena pack. They would make a point to not only mod for Chantal, which was fine, but they made a point to go all around the reaction channels and just be jerks. They came to mine, they all got banned. But I remember Sofa King, aka Life by Ron. Yeah, I remember you, dude. I remember you. You're still blocked, by the way. Him and Ashley and Cheeseburger would come in just running off at the mouth. And they didn't have to. Nobody invited them to my channel. They came in acting like jerks. And I got a sneaking suspicion that the other two beasers, the other two mods, they're hiding somewhere in her chat. They're just under a different name. They're under the cover. But Light by Ron is Sofa King.
You called Ron's child a retard and he's autistic. And you doubled down on it. If anyone has the screenshot of that, send it to me. People called her out for calling him the R word.
Ma'am, you use the R word all the time.
And she said, I don't care. He's an R word. Like a child. Basically like a child.
You use the R word constantly.
These people are scum, honestly. It's only a matter of time anyways. I'm coming for you and your channel, bitch.
Go for it. I'd love to see that happen.
Just watch.
Okay, we will be. You're not the big bad wolf that you think you are, Chantal. You're trying to put that out there. I see what you're doing. You're using intimidation tactics. You're counting on the fact that you've been around a long time and you got a big channel and you're hoping to scare the smaller, newer channels off of YouTube or scare them into a corner to where they don't react to you anymore. But what you're not understanding is that there are other channels out there that will willingly help those smaller channels. Like you came for a few recently. Unicorn Pondu, Kelly, no, I don't think so. Coming for the small channels because you're a coward. You won't go after the bigger channels making more money. You'll go after the smaller channels because you feel they're so new, they're going to get scared and they'll run away. They won't even fight back. Well, guess what? They will. Because guess what happened on Twitter? Once word got out that those channels got attacked by you, people were offering them help. And they're talking to people. So the community isn't as fractured as you think it is. There are still people in it willing to help other people, encouraging people to fight you. So your plan of intimidation failed. And it will keep failing. And you won't be able to get rid of all of us. You won't. You really shouldn't be focusing on us anyway. Your health is bad. You need to focus on you, not us. We aren't the problem. You are. You are your own worst enemy.
Just wait. Just wait. I'm patient. You patient.
You're a very impatient person. If you're patient, it's because you know you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. And even using Natter as your attack dog to go after people, that's not going to do much. You're using him as your cat's paw to do the dirty work because you want to make sure your channel stays safe, that you always have access to YouTube money. So you use other smaller channels connected to you to do your dirty work. That's the way you've always done it. You used Natter before to go after people. You're doing it again. You're doing it yet again. You won't do the work yourself. You hire other people to do the dirty work for you. You're going to make sure that your income is not in danger.
Missing Cat Rarity, it was my choice to watch his stream, so it's not no one's fault but my own. You know? I wouldn't be calm. I would go so low they'd have to peel me off the floor. It's coming. It's coming.
Sure.
It doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but just wait. Just wait.
Sure, okay.
I'm not the one who needs to be controlled, Truth Bomb. Those idiots need to be wiped off of this platform. They're just shit. They only encourage hate, attacking people's families, doxing. Should I go on or what? Look. Just, I don't know. If you co-sign that, you are okay with giving my fee, you're a sad individual. You know?
I love it. I love how she's got her beezers brainwashed. Like this person, Susie, is it Homemaker, saying they have so much of your money in their pockets. What? Say what again? There's much more in the way of small channels than big channels. And trust me, we don't make much. We don't make much at all. Y'all over there are acting like we take so much money away from Chantal. But let me just tell you something. We don't stop people from watching her if they want to watch her. People always have a choice. They can choose to watch her on her channel or watch her through our channels. And people just choose to watch the reactors more than her. And it's her fault because she's not making her content entertaining enough to where people will take her door versus our door. And in regards to her money, she is her own biggest thief. If she's got money issues, it has nothing to do with us because we're just doing what we've always done, exactly the way we've always done it. There's always been reactors around Chantal. There's always been archive channels and clip channels and compilation videos. That's nothing new. And she was okay with it before. She's not okay with it now because her money is dropped down low. And why is it dropped down low? Because she has not put any work or thought into her channel. And that is the truth. Has nothing to do with the reactors stealing money from her. She takes money out of her own pocket. She's supporting herself, Salah, Natter, paying for her place, paying for a place for Salah, paying Natter's bills. That's where her money is going. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Plus the fact that her food habit has gotten worse than what it used to be. And if you want to know how it used to be, back in Canada, way before she moved to Kuwait, she told us out of her mouth that she spent $4,000 a month on food. That's insane. This is not counting the money that she was spending at the dispensaries and buying her junk food and her snacks in Starbucks. $4,000 a month on food. I can only imagine that her food expense over in Kuwait is even higher. So if you guys want to know where her money's going, there you go. We're not taking it from her. She's just spending more than she's making. It's simple mathematics. Too much subtraction, not enough addition. So we got nothing to do with that. It's all her.
Okay, macabre gypsy. Anyway, I'm gonna go home. I want to be at home. No lemon Z here.
This comment, Roxanne says, you can be like Nikocado and he will help you if you reach out to him. What a great collab, girl. Nicocado's not going to collab with Chantal. And look, I'm not a Nikocado fan, but I just want to point this out. How Nikocado accomplished what he did is because he's got discipline. Nikocado, before he got on YouTube, he went to Juilliard. You know, like he is a violinist, a very good one. He went to Juilliard, for God's sake. And people on that level have a level of discipline. So he had that discipline. He said, like, I'm going to gain a bunch of weight and then lose it. And he did. So he has a sense of discipline. Chantal does not. That's why she could never pull off what he did.
Yeah. Hey, Vanessa. I need shisha, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like people always say, two things can be right at the same time.
I can.
Well, there you go. You can also think Negs is a piece of crap and also think Yeb is a piece of crap. There you go. Because she is. And the fact that they're taking any legal action against him when they're the weirdo stalkers. Do you not remember they sent this big fat Karate Joe looking loser, neckbeard loser, to his job for lols? Where's Sandy? I can't stand her voice. I can't. It enrages me. Yeah.
Thank you for telling us what makes you mad. We appreciate that.
We're gonna send him to his business. What's your business? Making shitty fucking tumblers that nobody gives a shit about except your zombies? Don't get me started.
Chantal, are you bitter and jealous? Because you could have made some good money back in the day if you had just made a merch store. She could have made so much bank back in the day if she had just sat down and made a design and put it on Teespring and put it on coffee mugs and t-shirts. She could have made bank just doing that. But she was so lazy that she didn't do that. So she lost out on thousands of dollars in merch profit. And she's bagging on somebody for doing merch.
Yeah, sit and spin for sure. Sit and scissor, biatch. Dance to Crazy Frog. Hi, Teardrop. Teardrop, I want you to never, ever listen to anything anyone says about you in Goro, please. Know that they're all stupid mother effers. They're all shit. Bottom of the barrel, inbred. There's something in the water in Indiana, okay? There's just something. No offense if you're from there, but like these people need to take enough away from me, my mods, my family. Because keep digging yourself a bigger grave. You think I'm the one dying tomorrow. Trust me. You're going to, and your channels are going to. Very soon.
Okay.
And then
whatever you say.
There's the pinky, like with the rage, shove it up your ass. Yeah, justice for the drop. Exactly. She does nothing but support me, and she's nice. Like, really? Pinky and spin. Fucking obsessed people. Like, what does that have to do with reviewing my content? That's what I'm talking about. They're not reaction channels. They're shit, hate, stupid, bully, dumb.
That is the vibe that you put out to your beezers. You try to say that all of us are hateful. We're all hate channels. Chantal, if we were all true hate channels, we'd all be gone because we'd be breaking TOS. Having an opinion that opposes your own does not mean we're a hate channel. And I think you have it backwards. I think you have the term hater. I think you're thinking it backwards. Tell me, who is the most hateful? Someone who reacts to you? And yeah, they may say things you don't like. They may be harsh to hear. They may be put in a not nice tone. But those people who react to you, they don't co-sign on your BS. They don't support your self-harm content, your self-harm lifestyle, you monetizing that lifestyle and coming on camera and getting high and making everybody watch. But those hater channels, how many of us have told you, you need to turn your life around. You need to stop all this ridiculous eating. How many of us have said you need to go to inpatient? You need to go to therapy. How many, Chantal? I know I've said it repeatedly. How many of us have said it? How many of us keep saying it? Compared to the people in your chat. Can we talk about them for a minute? Let's talk. The people in your own chat, the ones that know you're over 500 pounds, the ones that see you having problems with your mobility and your breathing. And they watch your live streams and they hear you talk about your diabetes and your extreme high blood pressure and blood sugar. They hear you talk about your heart murmur and your enlarged heart and the blood clots that have been in your lungs and your messed up kidneys and your messed up fatty liver and your non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. They hear all that. And what do they encourage you to do? They encourage you to eat more food. But they're not haters. These people that are encouraging you to become more sick, put more salt and sodium and oil and fat in your diet, they don't hate you? I think they do. They must. No decent person would walk up to somebody else that they know is an addict and encourage that person's addiction and purposely trigger them unless they were a hater. I certainly wouldn't walk up to an alcoholic, especially an active, raging alcoholic, and start talking about alcohol. Man, I went out last night and I had a few drinks and man, I'm just still buzzing from it, man. I would never do that. That would be disrespectful. Making that person think about the thing that they are still addicted to when they're trying to be in recovery from. I would not purposely trigger somebody like that. But your beasers? Your drug is food. They purposely trigger you because there's feedies in the audience and they just want to see you stuff yourself stupid. So you got the hater thing backwards. The people who react to you, that encourage you to go to therapy, they encourage you to go to inpatient. They say, you need to do these things. If they're saying those things, maybe they're not haters after all. Maybe they're just telling you, this is what you need to do. We don't like you. That's true. You're a horrible, hateful, offensive, feral, nasty person. But still, we're saying you need to go to treatment. You need to go to therapy. You need to go to inpatient. If we truly hated you, why would we say those things? And if the people who really liked you in your chat, if they really liked you, why would they encourage you to become more sick? Yeah, you might want to think about that, who the real haters are.
Lowbrow, friggin' bottom of the barrel, lowest common denominator, parasitic idiots.
And I know there are some beasers on my channel that watch my videos. And I'm encouraging those beasers to stop and think about what you're doing. If you encourage Chantal to eat, you're encouraging an addict to go forward with their addiction, and that is incorrect behavior. I don't care who it is. Even if you're looking at somebody you don't like and you shouldn't encourage them in addiction. That's messed up. That is so messed up. So messed up. If you care about that person, if they start talking about the source of their addiction, you steer the conversation away from that. You say, let's talk about something else. Take it off their mind, maybe. You don't trigger them. You don't keep it in the forefront of their head. You just don't do it.
Love you too, Teardrop. Hey, Wilma. Yeah, they want to tear people down. That's what makes them pieces of crap.
Telling the truth does not make someone a piece of crap. They're just telling the truth, and it's a truth that you don't want to hear, and you're not ready to hear, and you're not ready to change. And that's for you, Chantal. Nobody can make you change. Nobody can bring you the point, that point that you need of being sick and tired, and you're tired of being sick and tired, and you reach the point where you can't go any further and you have to change. Nobody can bring you to that point. You got to bring yourself there. You got to bring yourself there. And I'm just going to give you some honesty. Looking at you, you're not ready. You're not ready to change. You don't want to change. You're denying change. You're running away from change. I don't know if you'll ever be ready. I don't see anything in you that points in the direction of you're fighting against what's going on. I see you leaning into it, that whatever's going on, it doesn't bother you, or you pretend it doesn't bother you. You escape inside your own head. You talk to yourself in your head about everything's fine. I'm okay. I'm in pain, but it's all right. This is normal. It's not normal. The pain is there to teach you something, to show you something, and you don't want to pay attention. You want to close your eyes and make yourself blind to what's going on around you. And that is your choice. That is your choice. But remember, you are putting yourself on YouTube, and you want everybody to watch, your beasers, the reactors, girl world. You want us to watch you. And what we're watching is somebody inwardly and outwardly tear themselves down, make themselves sick, give in to their addictions, make themselves ill, push themselves to the edge. This is the picture you're showing us. And you don't want to slow down. You want to hit the wall. And the Grim Reaper doesn't care, will not care if you have a 100K channel, will not care about your beasers, will not care about your VIBs. And it seems like you are ready for him to punch your ticket. You're putting your foot on the gas pedal and speeding your way there. I don't know why you are. It's like you're done with life and you can't wait to meet death. That's the impression I'm getting. Okay, this is my opinion. You've given up on life and you want to meet death. Because if you wanted life, you would do something to put the brake on.
So, literally. I just really like, ugh, I hate people like that. I just can't stand it. I know, chicken tender. No, it's not getting deleted. It's frustrating saying they have screenshots of me saying that about my dog. Yeah. They're full of shit. Whatever. They take things and they twist what you say, you know?
And Teardrop, you did say that. She says, I never said my dog ate a kitten. It's so annoying. Yes, you did. There are screenshots out there. They were on Twitter. Liar.
Hey, Andre Marie. Just venting. Yeah, exactly. You said that before. The dog killed kittens, but like you can control animal behavior. You know, like it's something tragic that happened. It's not like your fault. Like whatever. So stupid. They take anything and they just like blow it out. That's like the false outrage. You know.
Not you saying that. You made a little video a long time ago, Chantal. Remember? You made like a little helpful video for anybody out there giving your advice about how to grow a channel. Remember what part of your advice was? I actually reacted to that video. I don't know where that video is now. I think you deleted it. But in that video, you said to take something small and blow it up into something big. You encouraged people to clickbait other people. So now you're coming down on Girl World saying, oh, they take something small and blow it up into something big. But yet you do that all the time. You do that to your beaters even now. You'll clickbait the crap out of them. Remember the stuck in the elevator live that you did? And it wasn't even you stuck in the elevator? Yeah, clickbait queen.
Whatever. Stay mad. Who gives a shit? They hate themselves and project their shortcomings onto you, like with your mother. Yeah, but his mother didn't raise her, so she projects these feelings onto your relationship with your mom. She needs to leave my mom alone, or she's going to literally, like when Marty came after my mom, the FBI came after him, rightfully so. So you keep digging yourself a grave publicly, like you are. The nerve to charge other people with harassment. You bitches send your kids off to school and then come online and do the very thing that you're trying to charge Ron with. You're insane. Hey, Lauren. Welcome to Very Important Views. Racing Peace. OS many, many times.
And so do you.
Do you know how long I should have done?
Yeah, like the whole mukbang content. You should be doing mukbang content. That's against TOS, Chantal. Glorifying eating issues, that's against TOS, yet you do it every single day.
Done this from the beginning, because do you know how long it's going to take me? Like, they've been doing this for years. That's how pathetic they are. For years. And their live streams are a couple hours long, right?
I love it. She's telling on herself. She's telling on herself. Their live streams are a couple hours long. How would you know that unless you watch? Keep telling on yourself. Keep going.
Do you know how long it's going to take me to sift through everything?
Aw. You know how long it's going to take me to sift through everything?
And long form that shit?
Aw, poor thing. I have to actually do some work. I'm mad at these people, but I don't want to work to report them. I don't want to go through all their streams and do timestamps. That's too much work. I guess it doesn't matter that much to you then.
So, if I were you, I would take down all your videos.
No. No.
Are breaking
no,
TOS.
It's transformative. Can't do nothing about it. Bye.
Okay. Go with the flow and see what happens.
Chantal, listen, you don't have the money to fight all the channels. You don't have the money to go after people. You know how many channels there are. There's so many. There are so many. What is the plan? Is the plan to just start all the attacks at the end of the month? I'm sorry, at the beginning of the month. And maybe you're hoping by throwing privacy complaints and strikes and all that, that if you fire them off at different people, that will knock them out for at least a week or 2 weeks. You do realize, though, that if you file false strikes, then the person in question can file counter strikes against your channel and knock you out for a couple of weeks during the biggest paying month of the year. That's what happened the last time, remember? You ran your mouth a little bit too much and you got put in the timeout corner from YouTube. I'm sure that was an expensive lesson. You want to repeat it? Did you forget the lesson already? Don't forget the lesson. Think about what you're doing. Do you really want to endanger your income in the highest paying month of the year? Can you afford it? If you've lost some of your clients on your client list, can you afford that? No. So you might want to be smart and leave the channels alone, because they're not as helpless as you think they are, and they're not as scared as you think they are, and we're all connected. If a small channel doesn't know what to do, there are channels out there that are offering to help fill out the appeal. Channels like Fat Cow Chronicles and Oh Lordy, It's Jordy. There are people on Twitter that are willing to help. There's an information network already at play. So thinking that we're not connected and we're not going to talk to each other, wrong. That's why it's foolish to mess with Girl World. We will help each other. Even if you're a small channel, you deserve to be here. If you put work in on your channel, you deserve to be here. Don't let Chantal scare you off. She's not the big bad boogeyman that she thinks she is.
They feed their kids off your back. Doesn't she call one of her kids bacon? Like, how degrading. Like, well, I made fun of people online being after myself. Like, excuse me? What? I wouldn't you just die if that was your mom? Like, wouldn't you just like, wasn't that because he was eating bacon bits? Are you skinny, Yappa? Are you skinny?
You know what's hilarious is that she's doing this stream, and so far it's gotten 4,696 views, and this was 6 hours ago. The hilarious part is that I'm absolutely certain that Miss Yaba, she's going to be doing the support group thing probably tomorrow morning, and she's going to take this same stream and she's going to react to it and probably get 10 times the views. Okay, she's going to make more money than you, Chantal. You're helping her make more money. How do you feel about that?
Prove it. If you're not, you have no business. She seems cold as fuck. I can't believe her being motherly. They're going to be bullies just like her. That's where they learn it.
You know, for the most part, she's talking about Yaba. I thought she'd bring up FFG by now.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't support them then, Cynthia, if your son has autism. Because she called an autistic word.
And you use the R word all the time, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that was the one who passed away. She removed the privacy strike content like she was told. Now she's attacking your mom and sister. Yeah, and she's going to pay for that. That's all. I'm patient. Hey, Samantha. I know you can't feed your kids without attacking me all the time. That's really sad. Like, you think that karma's not going to come for you? Like, what makes you special? You think, like, what goes around comes around for everyone. Trust me. For being lazy. Exactly. Yep. I always win in the end. I'm still here. I'm doing different things in my life. I've evolved. I'm not where I was back at the villa.
No, you're worse. You're much worse now.
always go through different eras, different phases. Meanwhile, they all still sit in the same dusty, smoky piece of shit hellholes that they're in and do the same thing. No change. No upgrade in life.
Oh. Oh my God. Look, why am I laughing? I'll tell you guys why I'm laughing, because I got my, iPhone next to me, and I just got a notification on my phone from YouTube saying, YouTube, watch live now. The YouTube Underground Foodie Breedy breaks TOS over and over and over. Oh my goodness. Miss Java's not even waiting. She's not even waiting in the morning to do this. She's like, let's get it on right now. Go, Yaba, go.
Like, why would those people don't get rewarded in life? Like, what? Didn't they have to
Oh, Yaba fired up. Uh-oh. She's going to tear you to pieces, girl.
downgrade their house recently? Salah's English is better than it is. Be changing month to month. Be strict. You can hire a lawyer at some point. Yeah, don't worry.
Ooh, she's sitting there yawning, man. All those carbs are hitting her. They're hitting her hard.
And they
might want to get home, Chantal.
They're going to say, she's going to have the nerve to say,
you need to get home and get that insulin, girl. I think your blood sugar is spiking.
Your face. That's not living life. What? How did you get to be 370?
How did you get to be 600 pounds?
Quit too. The hypocrisy. I'm impulsive, yeah. Yeah, you gotta live your life how you want to, you know? No, there's no class in Gore World. Like, there's no class on their side at all. Yeah, I know, Lauren. But anyway, they know that I don't give a crap what they say about me, so they try to come for my family. And they try to...
That doesn't make any sense. If you don't care what we say about you, why are you so angry? To be unbothered is to be unbothered, completely unbothered. As in, I'm turning my back. I'm not turning around. I'm not listening to hear what you got to say. I'm out. That is unbothered. That is, I am not interested, nor do I want to be interested. Your problem is that you pay attention to everything from everybody, even the people you don't like. You make yourself aggravated. You're the most bothered, unbothered person I know. You go out of your way to aggravate yourself because you have anger issues and you use the reaction community to let out your inner frustrations and your inner anger. You got to let it out. And we are the target. So you fire away.
To come for like my mods. Keep at it. Keep at it. I hope you do. Yeah, they are predators. You're a cop gypsy.
Wow, she's like starting to yawn, man. That sugar's hitting her bloodstream.
Keep at it.
You need to go home while you can still drive.
Hey, AM. And for her audience to say that they hate me so bad, you literally tune in every morning. That's your routine. Like, do you talk about my diabetes? Have on your system.
You Google it. You Google that and your diabetes together and see what you come up with.
It's worse than diabetes. You're like, it's so bad on your body. People underestimate the effect of hate on your body. Why do you think Rage Potato looks like Slimer?
There it is. I was waiting for it. I'm like, is she actually going to go through a whole rage stream without mentioning FFG? No, she's going to bring her up. She waited, but she brought her up. Now we're going to talk about Frenchie.
Right now.
There it is.
Why do you think she's hiding herself? Because of all the hate.
Chantal, your talking points are repetitive. You're always bringing up the fact that FFG never turns on her camera. Like, she's bringing it up because she's gaining weight. At the same time, when you turn on the camera, you turn on 100 filters. So you're not showing your authentic self. You have a living avatar. That's not your real face. That's not your real skin tone. Your skin isn't that flawless. You don't have like a pointy chin for real. Your eye color ain't that. You don't have big eyes. You don't have big lips. All of that is phony. All of it. And I heard that when you came home from this video that you put up, you took it down because you forgot to turn the filters on. So you're not comfortable coming on camera without your filters. And I do remember when you turned on StreamYard for exactly 60 seconds, StreamYard doesn't have filters on it. When you saw your real face, you were horrified. You're like, who's that? You freaked out. So this is a living avatar. But it's phony. It's fake. That's not the real you. So what have you got to say about somebody having their camera turned off?
She's ugly on the inside and out. That's what happens. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where's BBJ? Yeah, I find it funny that, like your mama said, I find it funny that Rage Potato talks about anyone's pet parent care. Do you know, like, when she's had 2 dogs die?
Oh God, we're gonna bring that up. We're actually gonna bring that up
In the same year.
Shut up. And you left behind 2 pets in Canada, neither of which was in good health when they went to better homes. And now you've got another cat that she's hurting because of you. So you've got a very bad track record yourself, Chantal.
That's not sus at all, is it? And you know what? Her dog's not even fixed right now. Like, the nerve of these people.
And I've heard that that's due to a medical reason. And that's why the dog hasn't been fixed. There's a medical reason for that.
They never admit they're wrong either. Like, Julia's completely fine and healthy.
No.
Everything is healing, just, you know.
No. Not if she has the cone off.
If she had to be restitched, it wouldn't look like, it wouldn't be that healthy.
That's an admission. If she had to be restitched, if she wasn't restitched, there would be no if. She would say she was never restitched. But notice she's saying if this happened, if she was restitched, which is an admission that it did happen, that Julia was restitched because of her negligence and her not keeping the cone on. If.
Right now, this is like from days of healing. So, you know, yeah, I know, Brie Kelly. We need to make money. What do you think? The answer: oh, let's make a channel about Foodie Beauty and be a rage bag for her and talk shit about her and be so hateful and without a reason. Yeah, well,
look, y'all, I know this react is going on, like, we're at 3 hours right now. It's almost over. I just want to capture this because she's ragey. So it's a bit more interesting than her usual. So we're staying here a little bit longer.
Okay. You can continue to watch me do shit in my life.
Okay.
And you can just continue to sit there and be sad and pathetic.
Okay.
Don't think you're going to get anywhere with life, and that karma's not going to come
All
to
right.
get you. And keep pushing with the terms of service violations, because You might still be up and running now. You won't be. If you trust me, just trust me. I have like years of content that I have to go through.
All right.
So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head home. Maybe the traffic is less now. Same shit. Talking about someone's crapping habits, talking about their weight when they're combined like friggin' 700 pounds. What do you think is gonna happen? Like, oh, they're all dumb. You call your kid bacon, you want to give them a complex, that's nice.
You know,
Good job.
let's look beyond the veil. What's really going on here? Like, what is this? Chantal, you talk about fake outrage. You being outraged over what a parent says their own child, that is fake outrage because you don't even like kids. You hate kids. So you're not really outraged about that. You're just choosing something like that as a talking point. What's really going on here is you're running out of money. And I'm going to put a theory on the table. I think that some of the feedies that you normally have that give you money, people on your client list, they've disappeared, or you drove them away with your attitude. That maybe you were rude to some people because you've been rude to people online. Why wouldn't you be rude to people offline? That you were lazy. You did not do what you were supposed to do. And maybe one or two said, I'm out. And they were the big money whales. I feel that there's more money going out than coming in, which is leading you to being stressed and angry. And you're taking it out on the reactors, although it's not our fault. But the lack of money is where all this anger is coming from. Like there's tension right now. And it all has to do with you and your lack of work.
And she makes fun of me being called cutie. At least it's a positive nickname. Man, I hope you save some of the money in my ass. You're the only turd. You're the turd of humanity. So you shouldn't be calling anyone turd. I hope you save some money because you're either going to need it for legal fees, and I would do better than Lisa Manning, the Lionel Hutz of YouTube, or you're going to need it for psychotherapy for your poor kids who have to grow up with a complex because you call them bacon when you're a fat ass loser yourself. A career day at school. Can you imagine career day? This is my mom, and she's the YouTube underground on YouTube. Like, what are you going to say? You're going to bring up my channel and show all the children how much of a piece of shit you are? Wow. Yeah, you're winning life. As bad as
I'll bet dimes to donuts that Yaba's live right now and Chantal's probably watching her. She's probably watching her.
I would never, ever trade it for any of these sad sow parasites ever in a million years.
That's okay because even if somebody paid me $1 million, I wouldn't trade places with you. So I guess the feeling is mutual.
Ever. To me, being dead is better than living that kind of life. Because at least it's insane. Like, yeah, I defend myself, but I don't have a hate channel on anybody.
This is your hate channel. You are hateful to everybody on this channel.
She needs a muzzle. She does. Dogs need muzzles.
So do bitches like you.
Imagine.
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Oops.
That's your stepmom? Imagine that's your stepmom. Wow. the funny thing is they don't realize how they've incriminated themselves with their channels. Like, everything is going to come back to bite you in the ass. Trust me. Coming to my hometown to ask stores to stock.
Ma'am, stop. I know you're talking about FFG right now, but weren't you going to Frenchie's neighborhood, to the orange julep where she lives? And besides that, you don't own Canada. I didn't see anything that said that Chantal Theroux owns Canada, and because she owns Canada, people she doesn't like aren't allowed in certain areas. People are allowed to go where they want to go. You don't own Canada. If Frenchie wants to go all over Canada, she can do it. Just like you're going all over Kuwait, right? So, shh.
Asking them about me. There's so much. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just be patient, guys.
Just be patient. Just be patient. I'm going to do something. Trying to sound all tough, big, and bad. Just wait. I got something in the works. Are you going to have Natter go after a bunch of channels now?
So, yeah. And then I saw them coming for like Teardrop. I'm like, she's the nicest person. That they don't like nice people because they're vile, evil dipshits.
Okay, then stay away from us. There.
That's why. So I may have called people R words.
There's the admission. So earlier she was telling somebody in chat, oh, Yaba said the R word, calling people the R word. Now she's confessing that she said it, and yeah, she has said it multiple times. And she tried to blame the fact that when she was young, she used the R word, but she's an adult now, so that really doesn't wash. You're an adult now. You should know that's not a good word to say. You should know better. But thank you for admitting the truth, at least there.
But how dare you talk about me saying that word when I've never called a child that word with autism, with an actual disability. Anyone I've called the R word never had a disability.
You've said a lot of awful things. As I recall, you talked about somebody's children in another country, and you said little black bees. The first three letters are BAS. But you referred to the children that way. Really, really horrible thing to say, but you said it. And you were laughing about it too. You didn't just say it and then realize what you said and go, oh, I should have said that. No, you were laughing. You were high, and that actually just slipped out of your mouth.
But you did. The twit.
You said you're not on Twitter, remember? I love how she tells on herself.
Whatever the F it's called. And I'm going to post it for everyone to see how much of a piece of shit
So
you
you're
are.
on Twitter. Y'all hear that? She's on Twitter.
And how dare you come for me saying the R word? Like, I can't. These people are going to like literally give me a stroke. And that's what they want.
No. That's what you want for yourself. You obviously want that for yourself because you are throwing down as much salt, sodium, fat, sugar, calories down your throat as you can, as fast as you can. You want something to happen to you, I think. We don't want that for you. You want that for you.
So I have to live a long, successful, healthy life just to piss them off even more, don't I? Yeah, good idea. You want to talk about spite diets? You want to talk about spite? Sorry, but yeah, you can tell she says worse. They talk about worse. You can tell the type of the crap. The only reason she has is you're all like that too. If you enjoy watching that person, you're like that too. That's disgusting. And of course, there's There's all kinds of shitty people in the world.
Yeah, look at you. You got one.
Yeah. You know? Oh, fuck off. I speak out as if grammar is important right now. Ooh. All the shit they do is justified because I made a grammar error. Go sit and spin.
Says the woman.
I speak.
She says that. Like, go sit and spin. And yet she was at the campgrounds and she tried to sit and spin and she couldn't do it.
Yo, how about you speak less?
You tried to sit and spin on that little merry-go-round thing. How'd that work out for you, Chantal? You couldn't spin at all.
Anyway, hi, Carrie. Sorry, babe. I'm like on a. I when I saw them coming for my, like, that's what they want though. They want this reaction, so they go low. They go low like the scum of the shoe that they are. Grammar teacher in chat. I know. It's probably a fan of Yaba, and you want to talk about grammar. What is that? Damn the rules. Ugh, I can't stand it. How do you think she wipes her ass? Why do you give a shit? Literally. No pun intended. How do you wipe yours? Aren't you obese? Chantal. Ugh. I have hives. Tobacco dip. Shisha bees. She's jealous of your bidet. Sorry, guys. I'm like... Babe, I have to go through about 4 roundabouts to get home. I'm never going out again. She's too afraid to review you talking about her. Well, I wonder how the fuck they think I feel. Sorry. I keep forgetting that.
Okay, look at this. Salah with his big shouty capital letters. He says, honestly, all the reaction channels, I feel so disgusted to wear them in my feet as shoes. What? The shoes are more important than them. At least the shoes is useful. What are they good for? Just raging. Like, you know, sometimes I feel like there are different people on the Salah account because of the wording is always different. That statement did not even make sense. Try again.
I wonder how they think I feel. Right? So I have to listen to their shit. Oh, I feel disgusted to wear them in my shoes longer than them. At least the shoes are useful. What are they good for? It's true. Just raging. It's true. My Skechers are better.
You know what? Since you're bringing up shoes, Salah, since you're trying to compare the reactors to shoes, you are the equivalent of Chantal's slippers. You know, she slips her funkle foot into you and puts you on, and you're close to her and you don't want to be close to her. And she puts her foot on you and you let her do it. How does that make you feel?
Yeah. Yep. Anytime someone says R word, this equals a reprobate, her voice makes me want to deaf in my both ears. I know. Yeah, let's go home. Okay. Let's watch our language. I need to, yeah.
Too late now.
Trust me, the string of profanities I would like to call these people. But I won't. They make me want to lobotomize myself. I feel they're like that. They exactly. They make you feel like you've lost brain cells.
Janie Got a Gun says, you always say you're done talking about them, but given, I get it, but exactly. Like, rule number 1, Chantal lies. She's threatened many times she's like, I'm going to leave YouTube. I'm going to stop reacting to the reaction channels. No more drama. And we know, just give her a few days. Just give her a few days and she'll take back her word. I mean, we're used to this, y'all. We are.
Thanks, Weird and Dirty. Hey, Ghostface. get it, but no, I don't think people do get it unless you're in my shoes and you can you have people coming for your family, your mods, 2 years, 3 years worth of hate channel stuff against you. They're the reason that people come in and say stupid shit like Julia's wound is open. Like no, you.
You know what? If you don't want people saying things in your chat that you don't want to hear, there's a very simple solution. Just lock it down like you used to lock it down. Do VIB only chat. But you won't do that, Chantal, because you can't afford to. You don't have enough VIB members to lock it down to Hugbox VIBs only. That's why you do open chat. That's exactly why. You are so desperate for money, you do open chat. You hate open chat. You don't like the idea of people talking to you for free. You want to force people to pay you for conversation. You don't like the trolls coming in, yet you won't lock down the chat.
You don't get it. You don't get it. And you're not like me. You don't have anger issues. You're not an Aries.
You know what? Your anger issues are your problem. You know you have this problem. You're not treating it. You don't care. Neither shall we.
I hate stupid people. If there's
And you hate yourself.
any pet peeve in the world I hate more than anything, like dumb people who just follow the mob mentality.
You mean like your beezers follow you? You sit there, you gaslight them, you lie to them, you clickbait them, and they still follow you. You make them empty promises. You tell them, oh, I'm going to make better content. Season 3 is going to be lit. I'm going to do exclusive members only chats and content, and it never gets done. And they still stick around. So they follow you around like a bunch of sheep, despite the fact that all you do is lie to them and disappoint them.
You know? I can't stand it. Think for yourself, people. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and I'm going to be always standing. Anyways. All right. I'm at home now. And, yeah. The haters, they're literally jealous about what you did and done and what you will do in the future. And they want to put you down just to feel victory against you and collect money in order to not be starving. Yeah, seriously, what kind of job do you think an inbred loser like Yaba would have if she wasn't making fun of fat people? Anyway, exactly, they're jealous. You can't, oh, what am I jealous of? A lot. It's obvious. And you're never going to change my mind. No matter how fat you say I am, I don't care. I'm still beautiful and sexy. And my doesn't matter. Maybe.
Ooh, I wonder if she is live right now. I don't know. I'm going to see. You know what? We're just going to cut it off here. This live react is over 3 hours. I know it's a long one, guys, but hey, when she's raging, we got to stay a little bit longer because that's where the interest is. I'm here for her mad. All right. So we'll just say goodnight on this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here, and all of you have a good one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.